Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So in today's Pick a Card, we are going to be getting an in-depth look at your next relationship. We're going to get tons of traits, tons of details about your future partner and what the relationship is going to be like and all of that good stuff. So I'm really excited to get into it, but just before we do, I want to give a huge thank you to our sponsor, which is Keen. So I'm sure most of you guys have heard of Keen, but if you haven't, they are a huge network of psychics and spiritual advisors who are there to answer any questions you have. I personally have been on Keen for several months, and usually I use Keen if I'm going through a kind of tough transition or just kind of going through a tough time in my life. But recently I've been using it because I've been having really vivid and recurring dreams for quite some time now. So I've been speaking with an advisor to decipher what these dreams are trying to tell me and what it could mean for my future. Keen has advisors of all different kinds of specialties in all different price ranges, and there is somebody online literally all the time. So no matter where you are in the world, no matter what time it is, there will be an advisor who is available to speak with you. And I like Keen because it really gives you the freedom to decide how you want the sessions to go. So for example, you can choose to speak with an advisor over the phone, or you can just chat if you prefer that. That's personally what I prefer. And you can also decide how long you want to speak with an advisor. You're not obligated to spend any amount of time with them, and you can ask as few or as many questions as you want. You can also end the session whenever you want, so it's really up to you what kind of experience you want to have. The sign-up process is also super easy. You just answer a few questions about yourself and what type of guidance you're looking for, and then Keen will match you with the advisors who would be the best fit for you. I would recommend trying out a few of them and see the different styles, see who you resonate with the most, and then once you find an advisor that you really like, you can start to build a relationship with them. I have at the moment 3 advisors that I've been speaking to the most frequently. They're all super friendly, they're all very to the point, which is super important to me, and they're very reasonably priced as well, so I've been quite happy with them. Keen is giving their new customers their first 10 minutes for just $1.99, so if you guys are interested in giving Keen a try, you can use my link, which I'll have down below, and I'll also have it on the screen here as well. It's trykeen.com/Kino. Thank you very much to Keen for sponsoring this video. Thank you very much to you guys for listening to that, and now let's get on to the reading. So in today's Pick a Card, we are going to be finding out all about your next relationship. In addition to figuring out who this person is, we'll take a look at what the relationship is going to be like, and I also want to see where you guys are both currently at in the manifestation of this relationship and see if we can get some significant time frames for the development of this relationship. And today I thought it would be fun if I made like a big bowl of traits for your person, but I got a little bit carried away and I ended up filling this massive pot as well. So we have a lot of traits to work with today. We're probably gonna get a lot of details about this person and this relationship. So I cannot exactly say how long this reading is gonna get. So make sure that you're comfortable, make sure that you have a drink, a refreshment, and let's get right into it. So I'm gonna start with showing you guys the crystals. We have 4 piles for you to choose from today. So I'll show you each of them one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. Number 1 is Opal. Number 2 is Copper Ore. Number 3 is Agate. And number 4 is Smoky Quartz. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number 1s, so if you guys chose the Opal, this is going to be a reading all about your next relationship. So I hope you guys are as excited for this reading as I am. We're gonna start off with our massive bowls of traits. So I'll just get out both of them. And let's see first off what traits we can find out about your person. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. Okay, let's just get a couple from here then and see what we can find out about this person. Okay, so first we have the number 6 here. This could be the day of their birthday, like they're born on the 6th. It could also be that they are a life path 6. We have acts of service, so this can be your person's love language. This is how they like to show love to you. Now that I think about it, this number 6 could also be referring to the 6th house, because that definitely reminds me of an acts of service type person. Okay, we also have ESTP. This is for those of you who are into the 16 personalities. I myself am not super knowledgeable about them, but I know that there's people out there who are super into it and know a lot about it. So if you know about those, or maybe you actually know your person's type, this can give you confirmation or some insight about them. We also have 30, so this can be, again, the date of their birthday. You could even make a date here, like June 30th. This could be an important date for you guys. 30 could also be, of course, their age. Words of affirmation. So we have another love language coming out here. This means that this person will like to give you a lot of praise, or they will like to receive a lot of praise. Perhaps with the 2 love languages here, one of them is how they like to give love, and one of them is how they like to receive love. We have the number 27. You guys are getting a lot of numbers. So for dates, we have June 30, we have June 27. This can be, I feel like I'm gonna be a broken record. The date of their birth, it can also be their age. Popular. So when I wrote this one, I had many ideas in mind. One can be that this person is extremely well liked. They might do very well when meeting new people. People really like just naturally take a liking to them. It can also mean that the work they do is very popular, like they're very well known, or they have a very good reputation amongst their clients, their peers, their superiors, if they have them. And then the other thing that came to my mind with popular was like they're popular with the love interests, or what would you say? Like a lot of people are interested in them, or a lot of people are attracted to them. Maybe this person is conventionally attractive. So whatever it might be, something about this person gets a lot of attention and a lot of praise. And this looks like another, yeah, this is another personality type, ESFJ. So definitely it looks like there's a strong sign your person is an extrovert. We also have responsible. This matches well with that 6th house energy. So this is somebody who takes responsibility for their actions, for their life, for their happiness. This is somebody you can depend on. We have blockages. So what I had in mind when I made this one is that one or both of you right now might have some blockages when it comes to manifesting each other. We're gonna take a further look at that when we look at our oracle cards. But there could be some blockages that need to be removed in order for you guys to find each other and to get together in your happy relationship. We have the letter R, so this could be one of their initials, first, last, or middle name. North America, so that could be where this person is from, where this person is currently living, or where this person has some family or roots. We have fair complexion, whatever this means to you, whatever you consider to be fair. Scorpio. Cancer. I would say Virgo too. Intuition. So what I had in mind for this one is that your intuition is spot on when it comes to this relationship. So if you guys have a feeling that you're meeting your person soon, or that you're gonna get together with them soon, if you have a feeling that you know who this person is, or if you have a feeling that you've been psychically picking up on this person, this is here to tell you that your intuition is bang on about the situation. And this is our last one. Aw, sentimental. So your person is very sentimental. This means that they will remember important dates like anniversaries. They might even remember several, like our first date, our first kiss, when we got together, the first time we said I love you to each other. They'll remember all the little holidays. This is somebody who picks out very thoughtful gifts. If they're planning a date for you, they will take into account like, you know, what's going to be romantic, what's going to make you happy. This may be the type of person who is very moved by certain movies or certain books or certain art, or when they hear of somebody else's story, it could make them very emotive. It could even bring them to tears. Like, this is someone they're like, what is it called? A softie? There's a better word for it. I just can't think of it right now, but maybe it is softie. Anyway, yes, very sentimental person. And I just realized that one of the decks I wanted to use in this reading is all the way on the other side of the room. So I'm gonna go get that right now. Okay, and we're definitely gonna have to clear these away. So I will leave them over to the side. I might reference them again later as we get into the cards, but was that fun for you guys? I hope that was fun. I don't normally use things like this, but I thought it was a good way to just start off the reading with a lot of information and traits, so that if there's anybody you guys know or are involved with who has these traits, then it could be a confirmation to you, or just so you have an idea of who is coming. So yes, with that said, let's take a look now at your oracle cards. So we'll take a look at these, and then we will shuffle some tarot cards as well at the end of the reading. So the first thing that I want to look at for you guys is where each of you are when it comes to manifesting each other. Like, what's your progress? What's your current energy? So for you, we have a time for healing. So it looks like you guys are in the process of healing past wounds, of healing insecurities, of maybe getting acquainted with your shadow, of releasing any pain, any negative energies that have been blocking your manifestations. It's interesting that we got that blockages card earlier, because it does look like you guys are actively in the process of removing them. And when I look at the shape of this moon, it has like just a tiny sliver left before it becomes the new moon, which then represents the clean slate, the fresh start. So it seems like you guys have really done the majority of the healing and shadow work that is necessary to manifest this relationship. Of course, it's not like you're done your healing, you're finished, you'll never have to heal again. But I think you're finishing like a significant wave of healing, if that's a word, a significant phase of healing, and you are ready to bring in a new chapter. The camera timer just said 911, which is Archangel Michael's number. So he might be working with you and helping you to heal, so that you can become a more positive person, so that your energy feels lighter. This is going to help with many areas of your life, but I think this is what is also going to help bring in this relationship. And you guys have been doing an amazing job. So as for their energy, we have you are good enough with the full moon in Virgo. So that's funny, we have Virgo energy here, because even though it didn't show up earlier, it was Cancer and Scorpio, I believe, that showed up. I did kind of feel Virgo energy with that acts of service and with that number 6, which could be related to the 6th house. So perhaps the next person you're going to be in a relationship with has a lot of Virgo placements or 6th house placements. But it kind of looks like they're working on something similar. It looks like they are healing from insecurities too, and learning to truly feel like they are worthy and truly feel like they're enough. And I know that we got the message that this person is, you know, quite popular, that they are very well liked, but I feel like they might have a blockage when it really comes to receiving that praise or that admiration or that love from other people. They might not really believe it themselves. So no matter how many times people tell them, it doesn't really register with them, or they don't really feel it to be true. I'm getting that this person is very intelligent and very capable, like since they were very little. And they might have internalized from a very young age that like, I will receive love if I perform well. You know, like if I do well academically, or if I show my talents, because maybe they got praised like for doing well in school, for having good grades, and maybe they were like a gifted kid and when they grow up, it's like they still feel like they have to be excellent and they have to perform to get this admiration from people, when in reality, just being themselves is enough, because they have this beautiful personality, this beautiful heart, and they are, as we all are, inherently worthy of love. So I think this is something they're working on. Like, my worth is not determined by like what I can do for others, or how I can perform, or how I can serve them. I'm being reminded of that acts of service paper from before. And they're learning to feel worthy of love just by being, like just by existing, and for who they are as a person. And maybe some of you guys will feel a mirroring there. Like if that's resonating with you as well, feel free to claim that too, because it's pretty common for counterparts to mirror each other. So there could be some messages in there for you too. Maybe that's something that you guys are healing as well. But I do see that you guys are both putting in the work to become happier, healthier people, and to manifest the relationships that you want. So you really are in the process of removing those blockages. So as for important time frames, the full moon in Virgo has already passed. But at least in 2021. But there's a new moon in Virgo coming up in September, so that could be a significant time frame for you guys. If when you happen to stumble across this video, the new moon in Virgo has already passed, I believe the next full moon in Virgo would be 6 months after that. So March 2022. If that is coming up when you happen to find this, that could be a significant time frame for you guys. And unfortunately, I don't know what the ones are after that. But if you happen to find this video after March 2022, you can look that up because I don't know. All right, so the next thing that I want to see is, what does Spirit want to tell you about this relationship? So I have a light attribute card and a shadow attribute card. So we're gonna see what Spirit wants to tell you. Maybe these are messages from Archangel Michael. I should mention that. But yeah, let's see what they have to say. So for your light attribute card, we have Spirit. It says that your spirit creates your perceptions. So I definitely think this is confirmation for you guys that you are in the process of manifesting not just any relationship, but a soulmate connection. Somebody who's spirit, somebody who's, I don't even know what phrase I was trying to find there, somebody whose soul resonates with you, somebody whose soul you know from a very long time ago, like the one, your soulmate. And I think you guys have realized, maybe even through the process of this connection, that what is on the inside really does reflect outwardly. Maybe this relationship has led you to learn more about manifestation, to learn more about shadow work, to learn more about spirituality and creating your desired reality. I feel like these are all lessons that are sort of attached or packaged in with this relationship. So this is your confirmation that the work that you are doing on your spirituality and your work on manifestation is really positively impacting this relationship, and it's also positively impacting your counterpart, your future partner, whether you know them yet or not. The work that you are doing to heal and elevate your own energy, it's helping them too. So for your shadow attribute, we have condition. I see my limits as lessons. Okay, so when it comes to manifestation, there's only so much we can do. Like, we can take actions when actions make themselves known to us. We can set our positive intentions, but there are some things that are out of our control or that are harder to control. For example, we cannot manipulate the passing of time. We cannot manipulate, well, we can manipulate other people's words and actions, but hopefully that's not something you want to do. But I feel like this card is about accepting the things that are out of your control. So, you know, if this relationship is taking a lot of time to come in, or the other person is taking a lot of time, to not be like upset or frustrated with that, or especially feel like, you know, you're doing something wrong, because there are limitations when we're on this physical earth. Like, we cannot bend time, we cannot teleport, we cannot, again, maybe we can control other people with our minds with some methods, but there are some things that we can't do or that we wouldn't do. And we cannot control everything when it comes to manifesting this relationship. So I think this message is for you guys just to accept those limits and to learn not to get too frustrated with them, and to learn not to see them as something has gone wrong, and to trust that everything is going to be okay. Yeah, so that's what I see here. The next oracle cards I want to look at are, what are the two of you, so you and your future partner, meant to experience together in this relationship? We have prosperity, so you guys are meant to be rich together, and peace. Prosperity and peace. I'm also noticing that these both start with the letter P. Where do I put these? So P could also be an initial of your person. I believe we got R when we were looking at the papers as well. So it could be like their initials are RP or PR, or just one of them. If that doesn't match, don't worry about it. That can just be confirmation for those of you who have somebody in mind. So yes, it looks like the two of you are meant to experience prosperity together, meaning that you will be materially wealthy. I do think this is talking about literal money, even though there are many different kinds of wealth, because there's literally money raining on her. So I think you guys will be, even if you're not directly working together, although you very well could, I think that you guys will be huge supports in each other's career. Maybe you can offer each other advice. Maybe it's just emotional support. Maybe you guys like help hook each other up with resources and connections. This could also be somebody, like we saw, they're very responsible. So this could extend to their finances. This could be somebody who is really good with their money. And judging from the fact that they're very talented, capable, and well-liked, I would say it's likely that they have a pretty good position in whatever career that they are in. I can see this person like investing money for their long-term future, and I do think there's the potential to be with this person in the long term, if not forever. And the reason I say that is because, well, these are reminding me of wedding dresses, like the long flowy white dresses. So this could be the one for some of you guys, if that resonates with you. You have a very nice home together, you have all of the material possessions you could need, or you can afford all of the experiences that you want to afford. And prosperity, to me, it feels like really long term, like you guys will be taken care of for a long time. And peace, I see minimal conflict between the two of you. Like, this is not someone that you're gonna have a lot of arguments with. Even if you guys don't see eye to eye on stuff, I feel like you can always resolve it peacefully. And I think you guys will live in a very, like, the two of you living in a nice home, that image keeps coming up to me, like living a very peaceful life, like peaceful with each other, peaceful family, peaceful friendships. I don't see a lot of drama in your life. Like, this relationship, I think, it's going to be easy. And I know all relationships have challenges, but I don't see you like butting heads on a lot of things or arguing. And I also don't see that many external circumstances coming in to like get in the way, you know? So you're not going to be having financial struggle, clearly. Maybe like your families and your friends are getting along, so there's peace in that aspect. But this goes for the compatibility. I'm struggling today. Compatibility between the two of you, as well as the external factors. All of that is going to be peaceful for you guys. I'm also noticing that both of these people have a fair complexion. So that could be another confirmation for you guys if that applies to somebody that you've been thinking about. They also both have like a light colored hair. Let's look at this person too, because this is, I mean, obviously they're not going to be green, but this person has very nice eyelashes, in my opinion. Nice eyelashes, very nice eyebrows as well. So that could be traits of your person too. All right, so, oh yes, I had the Romance Angels as well. Romance Angels Oracle cards, and in this I wanted to see what is it going to be like before you get together and what is it going to be like after you get together. So before you get together, we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So one thing that I can see very clearly about your future partner is that they are going to put in the effort when they are courting you. I have a feeling that this person is going to know right off the bat that they are interested in you, that they want to pursue you, they want to get to know you. We have another blonde person on here. And what was I gonna say? Oh, they're very serious about pursuing you and getting to know you, and they will put in the effort. I feel like this is gonna be somebody who is a good communicator with you. So they're very good at, you know, getting back to you. They check in on you, see how your day is going. They make effort to see you. So this is not the type of person who's gonna like hit you up right in the moment and be like, what are you doing right now? And it's like midnight already. They're gonna, you know, message you ahead of time and be like, what does your week look like? Are you free on any evenings? I thought we could go to dinner. Like they already have a plan in mind, you know? It's not just like I'm bored and horny and I'm gonna invite you over. They actually like specifically wanted to see you and do a certain activity with you, and they're gonna ask your schedule. This kind of thoughtful way of pursuing you. So they're really going to make the effort to make it known that they're interested in you, and also to make you feel cared about and that you know that you're special. I feel like this person will be pursuing you exclusively. It's not like they're talking to you and then they're talking to someone else and keeping their options open. It doesn't seem like they're that kind of person. Anyway, they're putting in the effort to make it known to you that you really are someone special to them, and they really do care about you. Because I think, you know, this person has struggled a lot with feeling good enough and feeling cared for who they truly are. So they might be like extra sensitive about that when it comes to you. Like they would never want anyone else to feel like they're not good enough or they're not cared for, especially someone that they really, really care for. Yeah, so what is it going to be like after you guys get together? Express your love. So it's funny, we have like the words of affirmation again here. This person is going to be very affectionate with you, very vocal about their feelings for you. This is someone who is going to frequently let you know that they love you, let you know how much they care about you. You know, like they never want you to forget. Not that you're gonna forget, but they just want you to know. And this is likely somebody, like we saw earlier, this is a sentimental person. So what was I gonna say? This is a sentimental person, so they'll always be like doing gestures for you to show how much they care. Yeah, I started spacing out for a minute there. That usually either means that you have a lot of spirit guides or that your spirit guides are very excited. And I was actually gonna say you might have 4 spirit guides because there's like, it looks like there's 4 different souls here. But yes, they will be very expressive. I don't think this is someone who is shy. Well, clearly, because I think they're pursuing you in a very obvious yet respectful way. But it's definitely not someone who's shy when it comes to expressing how they feel about you. And that's not something that's going to fizzle out. Like even after you guys have been together for a while, they're still going to be constantly telling you, constantly showing you with their actions. This is someone who is really life partner material. Now I know everybody's going to be at like different stages of life, so maybe you're not looking for a life partner just yet, but for those of you who are, This really, really could be your person. Also, oh, it's so funny. I was just looking at these cards thinking like, okay, 34 and 40, maybe there's like a 6-year age gap between the two of you. Even if you guys aren't 34 and 40, there could just be a 6-year age gap. I was thinking that, and then I was like, should I say it or is that too much of a reach? And then I looked over to this stack of papers and the number 6 was like staring at me. So that could be another confirmation for some of you. Or if you meet somebody from now on who is 6 years apart from you and is a Cancer, Scorpio, or Virgo, then, and they have PR as their initials, that could be confirmation. Don't worry too much about these like attributes, you know, like physical attributes and initials and stuff. If you already have someone in mind and it doesn't fit them, it's okay. Like I said before, it's just meant for confirmation. But I think what's the most important is like if the personality matches and like if the love language matches and stuff like that. I think that's more important. So yeah, that's all I have for the oracle cards here. So let's get into the tarot now and see what it has to say. Any other messages that you should know? Let's see, what else could we figure out? We could figure out more about the circumstances of your meeting. Yeah, okay. Let's do a couple cards for the circumstances of your meeting. Okay. And are there any other traits of this person that pile 1 should know about? Okay, is there any other messages about the future of this relationship or what the relationship is like that pile 1 should know about? And finally, what guidance do you have for pile 1 as they try to manifest this relationship? Okay, so the circumstances of your meeting, we have the 3 of Wands and we have the 9 of Cups. So the 3 of Wands is like a card that tells me go big, go out of your comfort zone. There could be travel involved here, like you're meeting this person when you're traveling, or you're meeting this person when they travel to you. But it can be more of a metaphorical, like going far away, like you're going out of your comfort zone, like I said before, or you're doing something that you don't usually do. So if any of you guys get invited to something that you've never done before, or invited to a place that you've never been before, especially if it makes you kind of nervous or scared or like, anyway, sorry, I keep spacing out. Say yes to those invitations. Like just for an example, like if your friend invited you to a karaoke contest and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do that in front of people, and it makes you really, really nervous. Or just if your friend invites you out somewhere and there's a lot of people you don't know and that makes you nervous. I feel like I'm getting that kind of vibe. And with the 3 here, there could be a third party involved in the 2 of you meeting each other. So there could be like, you guys could have a mutual friend or acquaintance, or it's just that like a friend or acquaintance invites you somewhere and then that person happens to be there. But there's gonna be some element of you guys stepping outside of your comfort zone to meet this person. And I just keep getting that image of like you guys being invited somewhere. Like a friend or a coworker or an acquaintance or something is inviting you somewhere and you're kind of nervous to go. It's not something you would usually do. I don't know, maybe you get invited to a metal concert and it's like not your type of music and it's kind of like you're kind of awkward about going. It could be something like that. You're being bold, you're being adventurous, you're going outside your box. You could also be meeting on a day where it's a full moon, like the moon is really big and beautiful. So if you guys get invited anywhere and you check and it's a full moon, I would say you have to go. I don't make the rules. There's also a beach here. There's water in the background of this card. So you could meet this person by the beach, by the water, something like that. And the Nine of Cups for your circumstances of meeting. Well, there could be some alcohol involved when you guys meet, looking at these cups here. The Nine of Cups is a generally happy card. It has like a celebratory energy. Maybe there is some sort of merrymaking happening at the place where you're meeting this person. So it could be a party, it could be some sort of event with entertainment. Again, there could be like food and drink and stuff around. It seems like a place where people are getting together and socializing and merrymaking, and it's like a happy atmosphere. It doesn't seem like a very rigid or professional atmosphere, I guess I would say. Okay, so what else does Spirit want you to know about the traits of this person? There's Five of Swords and Ten of Swords. Okay, so yeah, what I'm getting immediately is that this person can be a little bit hard on themselves. I feel like this person is very, very selfless. When it comes to Ten of Swords for somebody's personality, I think of somebody who is like giving and giving and giving, especially if they really care about someone. They will be so generous to them. But I think this is a person who could, you know, burn out or who could get drained. It's almost like their generosity has a shadow side, and their thoughtfulness also has a shadow side, because it could easily lead to them overthinking, you know? For example, the positive side of them being really thoughtful is that, you know, they're considerate not to offend anybody, you know, they're mindful not to step over other people's boundaries. The shadow side of that is like worrying for days, you know, if some little comment you made upset somebody, you know, like really getting in your head about that. I think that might be kind of a shadow side of this person, and just something to be aware of, and maybe just something that, you know, it would be nice to check in on them about that every now and then. Like, I do really think that this person finds great joy in being generous, in helping others, in giving to others. I think it's just important for them to learn to find that balance of like when they prioritize themselves and make sure that they're not taking it too far, you know? I don't think this is going to be a huge issue in the relationship, because we saw earlier that you are going to have a peaceful life together. So maybe you could have a very healing or soothing presence to this person, where they can just kind of relax and just calm down and just be. And I think that you guys are really going to help each other learn this lesson. Like, you're good enough for just being you. You're good enough for just existing. And you're like this gentle presence for each other, where you never want to, you know, see the other person push themselves too hard or be too hard on themselves. And you're very, very supportive of each other. But yeah, this person just has a very active mind. Like, they can easily get in their head about stuff, so they might just need a little bit of extra reassurance, I think. With this Five of Swords, there might be times where like they thought they offended you, or they think that you're upset with them and like you're not at all, just because they're a little bit extra sensitive to that. Again, if that's mirroring for you, you can claim those messages as well. But you will both have a very reassuring and comforting presence to each other, where hopefully you don't have to think so much. You don't have to get in your head so much, because the interactions between the two of you are just easy. You just understand each other very well. Okay. Anything else that Spirit wants you to know about the future of this relationship? There's the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Okay, I guess this is almost like guidance as well. Just know that you can talk to this person about anything. I really feel like nothing is off limits to talk about with this person, like the good, the bad, and the ugly, your curious thoughts, your big dreams, what's annoying you, what's making you sad. There's so much swords energy here. So I think a really, really big theme of your relationship is going to be communication and learning to open up with each other without inhibition, you know, learning that you can say anything without being judged, that you don't have to think so much, and there's no need to, you know, be critical of yourself. There's no need to be really in your head about everything. I feel like you guys are learning to just let loose with each other and speak from your heart. And again, like I see very minimal arguments or conflicts between the two of you, even if you don't see eye to eye on everything. Maybe you or the other person or both of you have had some experience in the past with a toxic person who, like, you know, they were very quick to blow up even if you said the smallest thing, or if you had an opinion that they disagreed with, it was like the end of the world. So maybe one or both of you has become like very cautious when you're communicating with your partner, but I feel like those walls are completely being broken down in this relationship, where like anything is on the table for discussion and there's no judgment here, and you can just relax, because the Eight of Swords is about like being afraid to take action or being afraid to come forward, and then the Ace of Swords is like a breakthrough in communication, a breakthrough of truth. So you guys are learning to be very open and honest with each other. Like you can share your most straightforward and blunt opinions with each other. Like, I don't like that. I don't want that. I think that's dumb. I think that's annoying. Or like you can just say anything, and there's no like, I mean, obviously you're not going to start insulting each other, but it's like there's no offense taken. There's no judgment. Your communication is very easy and very open. So that's going to be a really, really huge theme of this relationship, a really huge lesson. So if you've had any communication issues in the past, or you've had partners where you felt like you needed to walk on eggshells, I think that's going to be healed in this relationship. Okay, so finally, let's get your guidance from Spirit. And there's the Six of Cups. So yeah, for those of you guys who are worried about like, are you gonna find this person, and are you on the right path, and what should I do, and when is it gonna happen, and did I do something to delay it? The message for you guys is don't worry. Your intuition is going to lead you right to this person, even without thinking. Even when you're in the midst of worrying about which way you're going, you will just, without thinking, stumble upon this person. You have like this radar, this compass that is so deeply engraved in your soul that you could not miss this person. So just relax and let your intuition take you to them. We saw earlier in the reading that your intuition is bang on with this person. This is definitely a past life relationship. If you guys have the Six of Cups, this is definitely a soulmate. Your intuition will take you there, and you'll recognize this person right away. It's funny, with the Six of Cups, this is the card that I feel the most strongly, like an instant familiarity when you meet somebody. Like you could pick them out from a crowd easily. And it's funny because I feel like there might be a lot of people wherever you meet this person, and you're just able, you might see them from afar, you might see the back of their head, you might just hear their voice speaking and be like, oh my God, that's them, and turn around. But you're gonna have some kind of sixth sense or spidey sense when it comes to them. So don't worry about not finding them. I feel like even if there was like, there could be 100 people in a room and only one person believes, there could be 100 people in the room and you will still be able to pick them out. So yeah, don't worry. This is a calming message from Spirit. So I think that's all the messages I have for you guys today. So I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you guys very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a-cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Hi number twos, so if you guys chose the copper ore, this is going to be your reading all about your next relationship. So just before we get into the cards, I want to see what traits we can figure out about your person. So I'm going to bring out my massive bowl and pot. In here, these are all things like physical attributes, personality traits. We could see like birthdays, initials, fields of work. There's so many different freaking things because I got carried away. So let's just see what these have to say about the person you will be in a relationship with. That's already a lot, so maybe, okay, I'll just take one from here. All right. And let's see what details we can find out about your person. Okay, so very first we have the letter U. So this could be an initial of your person, first, last, or middle name. It could also be the letter of a city they're from or a country they're from. Oh, we have Australia here. So that could be significant. They could be from there, they could live there, you guys might visit there together, or they could have some family or some roots there. We have physical touch, so that would be your person's love language. They like to give love or to receive love through physical touch. We have sacral chakra. Ooh, so it seems like this person could be very passionate. They could be very good at intimacy because sacral chakra has that sexual, sensual, no, it's not fiery, but it has that kind of energy to it. It could also be somebody who is very creative, artistic, inspired. Ooh, adventurous. So this is a personality trait. Picky. I was thinking of food when I wrote this one down, so maybe this person is a picky eater, or they could be picky in like the type of music they listen to, the type of books they like, where they like to, well, probably not where they like to go on dates because they're adventurous, so I feel like this person will want to do many different things. Ooh, we also have the root chakra. So this person's lower chakras are very strong, it seems like, meaning that they will be secure. They will likely have a good sense of self-esteem. They'll be very grounded as well. Fashion. So this person will have amazing fashion sense. There might be something about the way they dress that stands out to you, or they could have a career in fashion or just be interested in it. Maybe they follow a lot of like fashion pages. There's also tech. This is another potential career, or they're just very interested in technology. We have Libra. October, so that matches. This person could be a Libra born in October. Look, we have intimacy. So this person is clearly an excellent lover. We also have friend. This could mean that this person is currently your friend or that you guys will be introduced through a friend. It could also mean that your friends will like each other a lot. Ooh, we have one of the 16 personality types. I wanted to include these because I know there are some people who are super into them. So if you have somebody in mind and you know that they match this personality, then that could be a confirmation for you. If you guys aren't familiar with them, of course, if you feel like it, you can look up the ENTJ personality and see if it matches with someone you have in mind or if it resonates with you. We have the letter K. This could also be like the UK. This person could be from the UK, or again, these could be initials or the first letter of a place that they are from. We have March, another possible birth month, or it could be the month that you guys will meet or the month that you guys met. Ooh, third eye chakra. This person is activated. They have the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the third eye chakra. So this might be somebody who is either spiritual or they're open to that side of life, someone who has a very strong intuition. They're likely very good at reading different people and different situations, and they understand that in life there is more than meets the eye. They can look past what is superficial, look past the surface level things to see the truth of a situation. We have trailblazer. So what I had in mind for this one is that your person, whatever career they're in, it could be fashion, it could be tech, it could be something else as well, but whatever they're doing in their job, it's like they're doing something that nobody has done before. There's something that makes them unique. So maybe they have a lot of eyes on them, or maybe they even stir up some controversy because the way they go about things is different. Romantic. There's a lot of romance, a lot of passion, a lot of intimacy. You guys will have a wonderful physical relationship for sure. Look at this. Affectionate. I feel like they could have Leo energy as well as Libra. We have Gemini coming out. We have Ox, so this person could be born in the year of the Ox. These are some of the years that an Ox person could be. Ox could also be representing the sign of Taurus, or if there's some other significance for the animal that is an ox in your life, then this could be a confirmation for you. We have younger, so this person is either younger than you, or they could have more childlike or youthful qualities. It's funny because I could see how like both adventurous and picky can be kind of childlike qualities. We have blonde hair. And finally, animals. So this would mean either your person loves animals or is very good with animals. They could even work with animals, or they could have pets. So, oh my gosh, that was a lot of traits. Please don't worry too much, like if there's some here that don't resonate with you or they don't sound like a person that you have in mind. These are here to give you guys confirmation. And what's going to be most important in this reading is like the information about their personality, about what's inside, and about how the relationship is going to be. So don't worry too much if like certain physical traits or like letters or zodiac signs or something don't match up. It's totally fine. I just thought it would be fun because I never really do things like this. So now I have to clear all of these away. And we're gonna get into some oracle cards now. And then at the end of the reading, I'm gonna also be shuffling the tarot deck to see what other information we can get about your next relationship. Okay. So let's move on now to the oracle cards. And the very first thing that I want to look at here is where you guys are both at in your manifestation of each other. So like, what's your current energy? What's your progress? So for you, we have emotions are running high. So it's likely for you guys that this person or this relationship in general, if you don't know the person yet, has really been on your mind lately. Maybe you find yourself thinking about it more and more. Maybe there's even times where you can't really get it out of your mind, and like you're starting to feel more and more emotional about it, and also more and more ready. This is a super moon, so it's big, it's in your face, and you can think of something like it's getting closer and closer, it's getting bigger and bigger. So maybe you guys intuitively have felt like, I can feel this relationship, I can feel it's coming, I can feel it approaching. Maybe you guys are even starting to energetically pick up on your person. So whether you know them already or not, maybe you feel like you can sense them, or that you're communicating telepathically with them, or it just feels like wherever you go, their energy is like present, their energy is like looming over you. In that case, your guides want to tell you that, whoa, Okay, my ears were just ringing for a second. Trust your intuition in this process. If you feel like something is getting closer, if you feel like your connection is getting stronger, I have to say that this is accurate. And if you're starting to notice that you can't stop thinking about this person, or you can't stop thinking about getting into a relationship, and your feelings towards that are getting stronger and stronger and stronger, it likely means that it's approaching. So it's like, the closer this relationship gets, the stronger you're going to feel about it. Wow. And I mean, it's pretty big. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is happening quite soon. But let's see their energy. Let's see where they are at when it comes to manifesting you. And look at this. A new romantic cycle begins. We have Libra energy here again. I think we got Libra and Gemini, and then I also felt Leo. Yeah, like look at this. Emotions are running high, a new romantic cycle begins. This person is ready for a new relationship. This person wants a partner. This person wants commitment. This person wants someone that they can share their life with. Now, this could also be showing a time frame. The new moon in Libra is coming up in October. If you guys are watching this and October has already passed, there will be a full moon in Libra next, and I believe that would be 6 months later. So April of 2022 can also be a significant time frame for you guys. If you're watching past that, I'm honestly not sure when the next new moon in Libra would be, but you can definitely look it up because that could be a significant time frame for you. Or the time frame of 6 months could be significant for you guys. But it looks like you guys are both very ready for a relationship. If you haven't met this person yet, I feel like you're going to be meeting them very, very soon. And your guides have probably been trying to bring you signs of that, bring that to your attention. I don't know if your person is somewhere, oh my God. I don't know, sorry, the light almost fell down. I don't know if your person is out there somewhere seeing signs of you, but I definitely know that they're longing for you. I definitely know that they want a relationship. They want someone to share all of that passionate sacral chakra energy with. And this person is really ready to commit and put effort into a relationship. When I look at the scales, it's like a fair energy exchange. Each person is giving as much as they are receiving. Each person is putting in equal effort and time and energy to the relationship. So this person is really ready to give to someone and show up for someone. And they likely are having little daydreams and fantasies about the relationship. This is totally a romantic person. So I feel that the energy between the two of you is really positive. I think this manifestation right now is definitely being fully supported rather than blocked. And things are going to get moving really soon for you guys. So those time frames that we mentioned, whichever one is like the soonest for you, I think that's when things are going to start happening between the two of you. So the next card that I want to look at here, or cards, is messages from spirit to you about this relationship. So I have one card to show the shadow, the light attribute, and one card to show the shadow attribute. So your light attribute card is spirit. We have the number 33 here in case that is significant to you guys. And it says, I am a spirit in a physical body. It's interesting because all of these cards so far have some sort of purpley hue to them. When I see the color purple, I think of a very long standing and a very deep soul connection, like somebody that you go way, way back with for many past lives. Your guides could show you the number 33 when meeting or getting together with this person is close. But this talking about you being a spirit in a physical body, I do feel that you and this person have met each other many times on earth and in other places as lovers and as other dynamics. Your souls know each other very, very well, and you are ready to unite in this lifetime. So this is spirit coming through to confirm to you guys that yes, you are manifesting your soulmate. Yes, your connection is being divinely supported. This person is ready for you. This person is longing for you. It's in the works. It's in the works. And the shadow card is ego, and it says, like I know who I truly am. And it's very interesting that there's almost like a duality here, like the ego and the soul. This talks about, you know, the focus of I'm not just a physical body, I am a soul. And this ego, it reminds me of the Devil card in tarot. Okay, Spirit's message for you is to not focus so much on like your physical body, the superficial things, the surface level things, especially when it comes to your insecurities. Insecurities about superficial things, like insecurities about your appearance, or how successful you are, or how much money you make, things like that, status, looks, popularity. Don't let those insecurities get in the way of this relationship. This happens sometimes where people are worried like that their soulmate is going to not like a certain part of them or judge a certain part of them, or that they're not going to be good enough for their soulmate. And Spirit is saying like, dude, your souls have loved each other for so long. Like, do you really think your soulmate is going to care about this like perceived flaw that you have of yourself? You really think your soulmate is going to judge you for that? Remember that these things don't matter at all to souls. And when such a strong connection is there, you're just looking past all of that. You're seeing directly into this person's heart and soul. So maybe you guys are focusing too much on like superficial or surface level things when it comes to impressing your soulmate, or when it comes to being good enough for your soulmate. And Spirit is asking you to cut that out, because this spirit is already in love with your spirit. And the 3D, the tangible, the material things, they don't freaking matter at all. Like your statuses don't matter, you know, your social standings don't matter, your financial situations don't matter. They don't make you like better or worse. And even if you guys are in very different places in this lifetime, as souls, you are equals, and you will recognize that, you will feel that when you are together. So Spirit is saying not to let your ego get in the way, or those kind of, you know, superficial worries or insecurities. And remember that as souls, you are already like this. You're like 2 peas in a pod, and you love each other unconditionally. Your soulmate is going to love every single little thing about you. Every light, every shadow, every nook and cranny, everything. Okay? Yes. Oh, and also, I did this for pile 1, so if we look at the difference in the numbers, this could be showing an age difference. So from 33 to 37, this could be a 4-year age gap between the two of you. Obviously, you don't have to be 33 and 37 years old, but there's a difference of 4, so that could be a confirmation for some of you guys. Okay, so the next cards that I want to look at are, what are the two of you meant to experience in this relationship? Reconciliation and life purpose. Wow. So with this reconciliation card, I did get the feeling that you guys have incarnated many, many times together. It could be either that you guys have not been together in several lifetimes. So like in your most recent past lives, you were not together. Or the last time you were together, things didn't go well, things didn't end well between the two of you. So in this lifetime, it's like you're coming back around to make things right, to find each other and to be together again. So I see this reconciliation first and foremost from a soul perspective. As a more specific message that might not resonate with everybody, this could be somebody whom in this lifetime you have had some sort of separation with, like a breakup or some conflict or just drifting apart, and you're going to come back together. Again, I don't think that's going to be for everybody, but if you are in separation or in a breakup or something and you're wanting to get back with that person, I do see that this could be happening for you. But for most of you, I think this is like your souls are reconciling after many lifetimes apart, or after a sort of difficult lifetime together. So you guys could be clearing away a lot of karma, learning a lot of lessons with each other in this lifetime. We also have life purpose. So coming together with this person is part of your life purpose. The two of you might have an important mission together. The tree is making me think of soul family, and there's a lot of mirroring images in these cards. There's like the scale that is symmetrical, it's equal on both sides. There are these people who are mirroring each other, and the tree has the reflection, so it's being mirrored. You guys could be mirroring souls. I do think you're a part of the same soul group or soul family, and you have a mission together on this earth. The way it's like one of the trees is growing up, and one of the trees, it's almost like it's a reflection in the water, but I was thinking it kind of looks like it's growing underground. It could be that one of you guys is meant to be like in the spotlight and the other is meant to be behind the scenes, but you're both working on the same thing. That might be a specific message for some of you guys. And this connection has a potential to last a very, very long time with the tree, because this is a sign of longevity. So finally, we are going to take a look at your Romance Angels Oracle cards, and these are going to tell us what it's like with this person before you get together and after you get together. So before you get together, we have heart-to-heart conversations. So this is somebody who is not going to be afraid to open up to you. Like we saw earlier, this is someone who is ready to give their heart to someone. So this is not someone who's going to be like distant or closed off. For those of you who have already been involved and you had a separation, that's what's going to be different about this person when they come back, is that they're ready to be open, they're ready to talk about their feelings, they're ready to be totally honest. Now that I think about it, this reconciliation card could also be you guys learning to forgive the past in general, like not just with each other, but letting go of past wounds, of past toxic relationships, letting go of any resentment, of any regrets, of any sadness, and really rejoicing in the present moment together. Back to this card. I'm sorry if this reading gets a little bit messy and I'm like jumping around, but there's just so much coming to me. So before you guys get together, there will be a lot of communication between the two of you. I feel like this person is not going to be afraid to open up. You might bond over talking about your childhoods, talking about your past experiences, talking about your hopes and dreams. Likely you'll realize that the two of you have a lot in common, and I was gonna say you have more in common than you thought. I'm getting the feeling that like on the surface, you guys might seem very different, but at your core, you are actually quite the same. And as you start to have these heart-to-heart conversations, that's becoming like more and more evident to you guys. And as you get to talking, you'll likely also discover that you have similar dreams for the future. It's not just like what you want to do for a living, but the type of world you want to live in and the way you wish people could treat each other. Like when you imagined a happy and peaceful world, what does that look like? I think your vision of the future world is going to be really similar, and who you want to grow into as a person is going to be very similar. So you can relate to each other in that sense. I think this person will... Does this look like Michael Cera, or am I crazy? Sorry. Anyway, so... right. As your relationship starts to develop, I think you will be like openly speaking to each other about where your feelings are going, So when you start to develop a crush, you can talk about like, I think I'm developing feelings for you. When they start to grow stronger, my feelings for you are growing stronger. I really like you. I feel like everything is going to be communicated and out in the open. So very good communication and openness before you get together. And after you get together, we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This is such a sweet card. I'm noticing they both start with the letter H, so that could be a significant letter as well. We got U and K earlier, I think. So again, it could be an initial, it could be the name of a place that is significant that starts with an H. That happened in pile 1 too. That's funny. Like there was 2 cards with the same letter. But anyway, the word honeymoon, it's making me think of the honeymoon phase, meaning that giddy, bubbly, can't keep our eyes off each other, can't keep our hands off each other, that phase that is generally experienced in the beginning of a relationship and then fades away. I feel like that's really gonna stick for you guys. Like you'll always be so enamored with each other. You'll always be so attracted to each other. You feel just as excited and just as grateful and happy to be with each other as the beginning. It always feels like you're in that sweet beginning phase is what I see with this honeymoon card. This can also be a sign that the two of you will travel a lot together as a couple, because obviously honeymoon is like a trip that you take. So you could be going to many different places together. This also makes me think, when I see like a boat going on the water, it makes me think of like overseas travel. So you're visiting like different countries or different continents, which probably means that you'll be together for a very long time, because I feel like most people can't go on that many overseas trips in a short period of time. So maybe this is really a long-term partnership. It definitely looks like there's potential that this is the one, that this is the soulmate. But yeah, the energy looks really nice so far. So now I'm going to clear these away and we're going to take a look at some tarot cards too. And I think I'll do it the same way as I did it for pile 1. Okay, so I'll pull a couple cards about the circumstances of your meeting with this person. What are the circumstances of meeting with this person? All right, and what else does Spirit want you to know about this person's traits or characteristics? What else does Spirit want you to know about the future of this relationship? And what last guidance does Spirit have for you? Okay. So starting off, we're going to look at the circumstances of your meeting with this person. Ooh. We have the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. Okay, so since you guys have a 3 card, these to me are like the third party cards, especially 3 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles, because they have 3 people on them. So this likely means that there are some other people involved in your meeting. So just for an example, if you met on a dating app, that's just you and the other person, so it doesn't fit. But if like you have a mutual friend, or if your friend invites you somewhere, or if they know somebody that you work with or something like that, then it makes sense, because there's I guess an app could be technically a third party, but another person or other people, it seems like, will be involved in your meeting. And when it comes to the 3 of Cups, I specifically get like a friend kind of energy from it. So it could be that they know one of your friends or your friend's friend or something. So you end up at the same place because you kind of know the same people. The 3 of Cups, this is pretty similar to pile 1. The 3 of Cups has like a celebratory, playful energy to it. So it could be some sort of party or event. But with this Cups energy, it feels like the energy is more laid back as opposed to professional. And this 3 of Cups can also mean that you guys kind of start off as friends. So we had that heart-to-heart conversations to represent, you know, what it's like when you guys are first getting together and getting to know each other. So it could be that you guys become like really, really close friends first, and then you confess the more romantic feelings to each other. And when it comes to the Three of Cups for a relationship, I do think of it as that kind of relationship where, like, yes, you are lovers, you are romantic, but first and foremost, you're best friends. So there's a lot of trust there, there's a lot of respect there, there's a lot of loyalty, there's a lot of unconditional love, and like you will support whatever the other person wants to do. Like, you're each other's biggest fan, you're each other's cheerleader. You guys really will respect each other's individuality. This can indicate someone who kind of needs their freedom. So even if they're in a committed relationship and they, you know, they really want one, obviously, like we saw before, but they still need to like have their own thing and their own life and have some time alone. So I see with the Three of Cups, it's like the two people still very much have their own individuality and have their own life. I just heard it could be like you guys don't move in together, or at least not for a long time, because you're just like doing your own thing. You have your own job and your own friends and your own space and your own way of organizing things, and it's just not urgent. You know, this is a very lighthearted energy, so I do feel like things will like progress slowly for you guys. You get to know each other, you become friendly, and it's like you're in no rush to like put the ring on each other's finger or whatever. It feels very laid back. And what's really cool is like, if I look at these together, it looks like, you know, these people are partying on the beach. There's three of them, and then two people kind of buzzed off and went to go explore this waterfall. So it could be like you guys are meeting in a group setting, and then you just really hit it off. Like you have so much in common and you're talking to each other, and then you're like, hey, you want to go over and, well, maybe it's not a waterfall, but like the two of you wander off to go like see a place that you were talking about, or to go check something out, and you kind of leave the group and you leave the buzz, and then it just becomes the two of you. And it's cool too, because this looks more like a light sky and this looks more like a dark sky. So it's like you guys buzzed off and you like stayed together for hours. You get each other alone and you're just enjoying each other's company. I do think with this 10 of Cups, I think it's gonna be love at first sight, and I think that could be really sweet looking back. You know, like that night when we were hitting it off, when we were getting friendly with each other, I already knew that you were the one. Me too. And it's, I feel like that can be a very sweet moment to reminisce on. And even going through your friendship and as you're getting to know each other, I think you're both kind of like, oh, I always knew. Even when we were friends, I always knew. It's that kind of sweet feeling. But another thing with the 10 of Cups is like, this person really checks all the boxes for you, and you check all the boxes for this person. For those of you who are manifesting meeting this person right now, if you write down like the traits that you want your next relationship to have, when the 10 of Cups appears, I think like this is your walking list. This is your walking manifestation script of the person you want to date. They just have like everything. You could even freak yourself out. Like, I don't know how specific you guys get, but if you're writing down like, I want them to have this, I don't know, this physical appearance, or this kind of career, or this kind of car, I don't know. If you get really specific, you might find some really freaky things that that match up for you guys. Okay, so the next cards we're going to look at are anything else Spirit wants you to know about the traits of this person. Ooh, Divine Wisdom. Okay, so back at the beginning of the reading, we got the third eye chakra, and I wasn't sure if it's just, you know, they're intuitive in the sense of they get very strong gut feelings and they're open to something greater, or if they're like full on spiritually aware. And now that we have this Divine Wisdom card, I feel like this person might be full on spiritually aware. They might be actually aware that their third eye is open. So if you're super into spirituality, maybe that's something that you guys are bonding over and something that you can openly talk about. And if this person is into spirituality, that could also mean that they are practicing manifestation and that they're currently trying to manifest their soulmate, aka you. This person is a very old soul, which likely means that you are a very old soul too, because you guys have been together forever. You had so many mirroring images coming out at the beginning of the reading, so I'm sure that this applies to you as well. But yes, I'm seeing that this person is spiritual. That's something that Spirit wanted me to clarify for you. And then again, if this is someone that you knew and then are in separation with, they might have gone through like a spiritual transformation and sort of open their eyes to that side of life. So that will be something maybe that's different about them when they return into your life. Look at this. We have divine wisdom and the high priestess. So incredibly strong intuition with this one. Likely this is somebody who does live their life guided by their intuition. I want to say again, this person is really good at reading others. They're really good at reading, like, I feel like they're good at reading like non-verbal cues, like body language, and this person can call bullshit really easily, but they might not, of course with you they'll say something, but just for an example, like if they just met somebody for the first time and the person's full of shit and they're like telling them this story and they can tell that the person is lying, but they might not say anything about it and just let them keep talking their shit, like, oh, I see. Because the high priestess, she just kind of keeps her mouth shut and she lets people expose themselves, lets people expose their own true colors. This is the type of person, they know a lot about the world, they know a lot about the dark stuff, that, you know, this is not the type of person who's just like blissfully ignorant. They see the shadow of people and they see the shadow of the world, but they're not so pressed to like fight it, you know? They always know that justice will win. They always know that the truth will come out. So they're not, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Maybe that they're not super confrontational, or they don't like care about being right, because they know that whatever is right, it will rise up in the end. It will prevail in the end. So this person can maintain a sense of inner peace, maybe where others can't. I have no idea what I'm rambling about. I hope that made a little bit of sense. But anyway, very wise, very strong intuition. And this person is very patient as well with the high priestess. Like they can wait for divine timing. They can wait for perfect timing. They understand that side of life. They understand that there's something greater than them that is working behind the scenes. So they're not so pressed about like rushing or taking actions all the time. Like they're okay with like waiting and seeing. They know that the universe has something in store. This is like someone who trusts the divine order of things and they're good at just like letting go, I think is what I want to say. Like they don't get all bothered about, I need to control the situation. Yes. Wow, that's very cool. Anyway, and this was about your relationship and the future of your relationship, I just realized. So we have judgment here, and we have death. So yeah, maybe that message about you guys having separated before relates to more people than I thought with this death card, which is about endings and about release, ending a cycle and then having a rebirth. It matches kind of with that reconciliation card. It's like rebirth, transformation. Judgment is also about like, you know, good news or action coming after a long period of being stagnant or being asleep. There's a lot of like rebirthy type imagery here. So maybe this lifetime is really like the start of a new chapter for you as souls. Again, this could be a new chapter for you guys as humans if you've been together before. And I wanted to say, I think the two of you guys will grow a lot together as people. This is not somebody who has like a ton of pride, and they're always willing to admit like if they're wrong or they have room for improvement. Like they really want to keep growing, they want to be challenged, they want to be called out and keep getting better and better. I feel like this is someone whose energy doesn't really stagnate. They want to grow, evolve, change, see new things. So you will grow immensely with this person. Also, like judgment, death, it could be like there's no judgment between the two of you. I know that's a kind of weird, that's a kind of weird interpretation, but I feel like this person will be incredibly compassionate with you. Judgment does have a message about like forgiving the past or letting go of the past or being compassionate with your past self. Same with death, releasing the past. So I feel like this is not somebody who will like berate, I think is the word, berate you or like look down on you for having flaws or for whatever you've done or whoever you've been in the past. They're about like forward movement. They're about the now, what can we do now, and what's the brighter future that we can look forward to. I don't feel like this is someone who dwells in the past. And I think, again, like I saw earlier, I feel like you guys will bond a lot over your future dreams and like who you want to become and what kind of world you want to see. There's almost like a visionary energy to this person. And there's a lot of major arcana here. So I feel like this person has a very, very powerful energy. Yeah, pile 1 didn't have any major arcana out of the 7 cards. So this is like super powerful. Ooh. This is your guidance. The final card is your guidance from Spirit. It's the 2 of Cups. Quite simply, this can just be confirmation to you that your relationship is coming, because this is a card about love, relationships, soulmates. It's a card about reciprocated feelings. So if you know who this person is, this is your confirmation that their feelings are reciprocated towards you. If you don't know who this person is, this is confirmation that they are wishing for you, longing for you, looking for you, just as much as you are for them. Wherever you are, however you are feeling, however intense your emotions are getting. And now that I know this person is spiritual, whatever you're picking up on energetically, psychically, it's being mirrored, it's being reciprocated. Maybe Spirit's guidance for you is that you could try like you guys could have like a 2-way conversation with your higher selves. You know, you could have like a telepathic conversation. You can pick up on each other. Spirit is kind of bringing that to your attention. But wow. Did I mention how powerful this connection is? This is amazing. So that's all the messages I have for you guys today. I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a-cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Hi number 3s, so if you guys chose the Agate, this is going to be your reading all about your next relationship. So to start off this reading, let's get as many details as possible about your person. I'm gonna bring out my massive bowl and pot and see what traits we can find out about them. So these papers have things like physical attributes, personality traits, jobs, zodiac signs, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so what can we find out about your future partner? First, we have the sheep. So this would be the year of the sheep in the Chinese zodiac. Below, you can see some of the years that a sheep person would be. Sheep could also be referring to the sign of Aries, or if there is some other significance that a sheep has for you, you can claim this as a confirmation. We also have the sign of Pisces. This could be their sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. Or they could have 12th house placements. We have science. This could be something that your person is very interested in. They could be studying some form of science, or they could have a job related to science. It could also be that this person is like scientific minded, meaning that maybe they're the type of person who needs like scientific proof to believe in things, as opposed to like intuition or spiritual concepts. We have the number 2 here, so they could be born on the 2nd of the month. They could also be a life path 2. Did I make 2 number 2s? Okay, maybe they're life path 22. And I'm just realizing that one of these is probably a Z, but I read it as a 2, and maybe that is not a coincidence. You guys might see repeating number 2s as a sign that this relationship is coming. This could be like February 2nd or the 22nd of a month. And just in case it's relevant to you guys, the letter Z might be significant. It could be an initial of their first, last, or middle name, or it could be the first letter of a significant place, like their home, town, or country. We have career. So this could mean a couple things. One could be that your future partner is a very career-oriented person. They care a lot about their career. They're in a career that they're passionate about. Maybe they spend a lot of time working. It could also be that your career paths will bring you to each other. So you're meeting as a result of your work. We have same height. Very specific one. You can give or take a couple inches for this. We have the month of June. They could be born in June. June 2nd or June 22nd could be significant. We have same age. Again, you can give or take a couple years for this. We have green eyes. Mutual friends. Could also be mutual coworkers. We have the number 26. They could be born on the 26th. June 26 could be an important date for you guys. This could also be their age. They could be 26 years old. Ooh, and we have ESFP. So I did throw the 16 personality types in there for those of you guys who are into it. If you have somebody in mind and they are this personality type, you could take it as a confirmation. If you guys are not familiar with these types, of course, if you want to, you could look up the description for this personality and see if it matches with someone you have in mind, or if the description resonates with someone you would like to be with. We have the letter F. So again, this could be an initial in their name or a significant place. We have handy. When I wrote this down, I was thinking of somebody who might work with their hands. Like maybe they repair things, maybe they make things with their hands, or they're just good at fixing things and building things, even if it's not their career. We also have big picture. So this would be somebody who looks at the big picture of things as opposed to the small details. And also what I had in mind when I wrote this is that this is somebody who has big plans for their long-term future, and also somebody who is optimistic. So it's like a person who doesn't sweat the small stuff. So if you guys are the type of person to get really in your head about small things or to stress over the details of things, this person could kind of help to get you to look at the big picture, get you to relax, help you not to worry. We have karmic lessons showing up for this relationship. We have Europe. So this person could be born in Europe, living in Europe, or they could have some family or some roots there, or you guys might travel there together. We have patient as one of their personality traits. And cooking. So this person could like cooking or be very good at cooking, or their job could be related to cooking. Yes. So those are all the traits we have for your person. If you have someone in mind and they don't match some of the traits here, like, I don't know, maybe they don't have green eyes, or maybe you guys have a huge height difference or something like that, don't worry about these little details. These are here for confirmation. For those of you guys it matches with, you are free to claim some of these. You're free to claim all of them. And again, if the person you have in mind doesn't match some of them, it doesn't mean that you won't be in a relationship with them. But I just never do things like this, and I thought it would be fun. So, okay. So we're gonna move on to oracle cards now. And then at the end of the reading, I will be shuffling the tarot cards. And yeah. So let's start off with your oracle cards. And the very first thing that I want to look at here is where you guys are each at when it comes to manifesting each other. So what's your progress like? What's your current energy like? And things of that nature. So we'll start off with you. And here we have work through your fears with the new moon in Scorpio. So it looks like you guys are in the process of removing blockages to manifest this person. If you guys have had trouble manifesting this relationship, it could have been due to some unconscious fear that was getting in the way, like a fear of getting hurt, or a fear of abandonment, or it could have been trust issues even. These things that are sort of lurking in your subconscious and making it difficult for you to manifest a relationship. I see that either you guys are in the process of working through these fears right now, or you are being encouraged to do so. And for your person's energy, we have faith in your dreams with the waxing crescent moon. So this is interesting. I will say right away, it seems like this person is longing for you, whether they know you in the 3D yet or not. I do think that this person wants a relationship right now, is dreaming about being in a relationship. But another thing that came to my mind with this card is they might be about to pursue a dream, or they're currently pursuing a dream that is going to lead them to you in some way. Like maybe they're pursuing something career related, or they're about to change their living situation, about to change something in their lifestyle, change the activities that they're involved with, and start pursuing what they're really passionate about, and that somehow is going to lead them to you. I also want to point out there's like transformation vibes in both of these cards, because there's Scorpio, which is all about transformation, rebirth, reinventing yourself, and then there's a butterfly, which obviously transforms from a caterpillar. So it could be that both of you right now are going through transformations and spiritual awakenings, so that when you come together, you're like the highest versions of yourself, or you're the awakened versions of yourself. So it looks like you are currently working through fears and blockages, which is going to help bring this relationship together. This person is figuring out what their dreams are and how they want to pursue them, and that's going to bring you guys together. So things are looking good right now. Some time frames that I can see from these cards, for some of you guys, things are going to happen as soon as a month from now. Like you're going to be in this relationship. That will probably only resonate for those of you who like already know this person. But I definitely see a time frame that is as soon as 1 month. I also see there's the new moon in Scorpio, which is coming up in November. So something could happen in November. If you guys are watching this video and November has already passed, there will be, the full moon in Scorpio already happened, right? Yes. The next full moon in Scorpio will be in, I believe, May of 2022. It would be roughly 6 months after the new moon. So if November has passed, May 2022 could be significant. Also, the season of spring could be significant, because this looks very springy to me. Wherever you are in the world, whenever spring happens, because I know it's different everywhere, this relationship could be coming in the spring season. So the next cards that I want to look at are messages from spirit to you about this relationship. And I have one light attribute card and one shadow attribute card. Oh, your light attribute card is union. Pretty straightforward. It seems like spirit is coming through to confirm to you that this union is drawing near. The word union makes me think of divine counterparts. The camera timer just said 1111. That may be a number that spirit uses with you to communicate about this relationship. And I made a comment in a recent video, like, number 1s and 4s always seem to come out together when I'm doing readings. Like I just saw 1111 on the camera, and then I see a 1 and a 4. I don't know what it is. Does anybody else have this experience? Like you're always seeing 111 or 1111, and you're also always seeing like 44 and 444. And I just saw 1144 on the camera. I don't know. 1 and 4 seem to like each other. But anyway, spirit, your angels could be communicating to you with these numbers to let you know that the union is drawing near. And yeah, I've only done 3 piles so far, but all of them have had messages about like divine love, about soulmates. So man, you guys are doing an amazing job. Like we're all drawing in our soulmates, it looks like. So for your, the number 29 adds up to 11. My goodness. Okay, so for your shadow attribute card, we have absence. It says, I accept lack in cherishing what I already have. So obviously, I'm assuming if you guys are watching this reading, you are not in the relationship yet. You are most likely single and waiting for this relationship to come. And I think with this shadow attribute, Spirit is saying that some of you guys may be too focused on lack when it comes to this connection. Like you're too focused on the fact that you haven't met this person yet, or you're too focused on the fact that you're not with this person, or that you're not in the level of communication or closeness that you would like with this person yet. And for some of you guys, this is getting you into a really like a kind of negative headspace, and Spirit doesn't want you to be there. For some of you, this will be a result of unconscious fears. Like for example, if you have a conscious or unconscious fear of abandonment, then you might hyper focus when it seems like somebody is becoming distant, when it seems like somebody is drawing back, because you have that fear that is being triggered. So as soon as someone seems to pull away a little bit, you might panic and think like, oh my gosh, they're going to abandon me, they're going to leave me. So Spirit seems to be saying that your fears are sort of exacerbating this attachment to lack or this attachment to absence, because, you know, it puts up a red flag within you that like, we need to panic, we need to hold on to this tighter. So maybe as you work through these fears more and more, this focus on the absence or this focus on the lack will start to ease up a little bit. But Spirit wants you to, rather than focusing on negative emotions because of lack, to focus on what you already have and be grateful for what you already have. It's advice as old as time, but accept what you don't have and know that whatever you do have right now is what you're meant to have. And if you don't have something, you're not meant to have it yet. Just shift the focus onto the love and the joy and the blessings that are already in your life. And I'm not saying this to you to be like, stop being negative or your manifestation won't come. I'm saying it because I want you to be happy. I want you to go through your day-to-day life being happy and being grateful, rather than feeling like shit and feeling sad. So that's the only reason Spirit is saying this to you, just to clarify that. And I have been looking at the numbers on these cards to signify a potential age gap. I know that this is kind of a significant one, so maybe it won't resonate for everybody, but from 29 to 41, it is 12, a difference of 12. So could be a 12-year age gap between the two of you. If not, don't worry about it, but I just thought I would mention it because I did it for pile 1 and pile 2 as well. Also with this union card, there could be other soul family members out there that you're also going to come into union with, because, you know, this to me, I think of these as like different spirits. So it looks like there's a lot of souls out there. Maybe not 16 as there are on this card. It could be less, could even be more, but this happy union that you're coming into with your future partner, it's not the end of your happy union. Spirit is saying you have so many beautiful relationships to experience with your soul tribe, many of whom I do think are incarnated on this earth. Oh, it's also interesting that we got karmic lessons earlier and we have Scorpio energy here. Maybe you guys are in the process of learning lessons from karmic partners, from past partners, and clearing those away, releasing those to prepare for your union with this person. So the next cards I have here are going to show us what the two of you are meant to experience together in this relationship. Love, pretty straightforward, but still very, very beautiful. I love the pink colors on here. It looks like she's holding a rose quartz. I don't know what else that would be, but it looks like you guys are very connected in your heart space, in your heart chakra. Whether you know this person yet or not, whether you're in communication with them at this point or not, I feel like you guys can definitely pick up on each other's emotions. So if you're happy, they will feel happy. If they're anxious, you will feel anxious, and vice versa. You guys are meant to experience true love together. You guys are meant to experience unconditional love, real love. That's what Spirit is saying. Real love, not like fearful attachments, it's not possessive, it's not manipulative, it's open, it's tolerant, it's accepting, it's omnipresent. Beautiful divine love is what the two of you will experience together. And we also have forgiveness. So I feel like it's for a pretty small number of you guys. This may be someone that you already know and that you've had some kind of conflict with, and this forgiveness is like the two of you forgiving each other. But I don't think that's the case for most of you. What is coming to my mind more strongly is that you are fully accepting each other. You have like total compassion and total empathy for each other. So there's no judgment or putting down any aspect of you, like no putting down of flaws, of weaknesses, of insecurities. And what I'm seeing specifically, or like what is coming to me, is ways, like internalized ways in which you berate yourself or in which you punish yourself because of earlier life. Like, let's say you got punished a lot or scolded for certain things when you were a child, and then like growing into an adult, you've internalized that like I'm bad or I should be punished for this, and you still kind of attack certain aspects of yourself. Like you see certain parts of yourself as bad. Just for like a simple example, maybe you got punished a lot for talking back, or that's what was said to you, like stop talking back, when really you were just standing up for yourself, you were just speaking your mind, but you got that drilled into you, like stop sassing, stop talking back. And when you grew into an adult, that kind of stayed with you. This is just an example, it can be really anything. But so even as an adult, maybe you are afraid of that part of yourself, or you don't like that part of yourself that wants to speak up, that wants to stand up for yourself, because it's like ingrained within you, like that's bad, that's gonna get me in trouble. And then you meet this person and you're in the relationship with them and they call you out on that fear. Like, why don't you speak up? If you wanted that, or if you didn't want that, why don't you speak up and say how you truly feel? And you realize, like, this is such a natural and valid part of me. This is my right to speak up. It's my right to defend myself. It's my right to fight back when I think something is unfair, or I don't like something, or I don't agree with something. Why have I disowned that part of myself? Why have I labeled that as evil? Something that you used to think was bad or like punishable within yourself. When you come into this relationship, you're forgiving all of that. You're realizing that you were always pure. Like, you were never bad, and you deserve to be all of yourself. You deserve to be all of the light and all of the shadow. So with this forgiveness, I see more like an all-encompassing compassion for one another, and you'll probably like uncover together what parts of yourself you've been suppressing or what parts of yourself you've been disowning, and realize that every part of yourself deserves love. So this is the unconditional love. This is the real love that you're experiencing with this person. Wow, I love that. It's what you guys deserve. So finally, let's look at our Romance Angels Oracle cards. And these are going to show us what the dynamic is going to be like with this person before you get together and after you get together. So before you get together, we have stay optimistic about your love life, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So it looks like your ability to think positively and your ability to have faith are going to be a little bit tested before you guys get together. So you might wait a long time to meet this person, or after meeting this person, you might wait a long time to get together with them. It's like there's something like you can't be with them in the way you want to. You can't be with them as much as you want to, or for some reason you may not be getting the energy from them that you want to get from them. There might be something like that in the beginning. It could be for a number of reasons. It could be like they're slow to warm up, or maybe they are going through something, or they have other preoccupations. It could be many different things, but it seems like you will be tested to stay positive, to stay optimistic. It's reminding me a lot of what we spoke about with this absence card. Focus on the positive in your life, focus on the love that you do have rather than the lack. And again, it's not because if you focus on the lack, you're going to block something, but let's say you have to wait like, I don't know, 6 months to be with this person. It's just a random time frame. Would you rather spend 6 months like miserable and worrying, or would you rather spend 6 months enjoying life and being grateful for what you have? So the reason we say this is purely so that you guys can feel better. Don't worry about like blocking things or delaying things or anything like that. I think you guys are working on healing your fears. That's all you guys need to worry about. Healing your fears and remaining positive, and everything's going to happen at the right time. And then after you guys get together, we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So I see a very positive physical relationship between the two of you guys. You will be incredibly attracted to each other. Like, you will find this person insanely attractive. They will find you insanely attractive. Physical touch might be one of this person's love languages. Like, they like to put their arm around you, hold your hand, hug you. You might have like a little bit of PDA because they are sitting outside, but nothing crazy, you know, like you hold hands when you walk down the street together, or this person puts their arm around you when you're, I don't know, taking the bus or something. Like, you know, they're proud to be with you, and they want people to know, this is my person. And I can see you guys being admired, because like clearly you guys are an attractive couple. You're not just attractive to each other, you're attractive to the people around you. And more than that, more than just a skin deep thing, I think the way you guys are affectionate towards each other and the way you're so obviously in love with each other, I think it's going to be really, really sweet to so many people. Like, oh, look at you two. Aren't you just the sweetest little lovebirds? That's what it is. Many people will like aspire to have a love like this. It's so sweet. And yeah, you guys, I feel like you'll never get tired of each other. You'll just be so attracted on the inside and out. So this is definitely worth waiting for. This is definitely worth it. I mean, I could tell from this description, this is where I was really sold on the magic of this relationship, the love and the forgiveness. I just thought it was so freaking beautiful. So yes, this is what I see here with the oracle cards. So I'm gonna clear these away now. And now we will shuffle the tarot and see what else Spirit wants to tell you about this relationship. Okay, so first, what can you tell us about the circumstances of meeting with this person? Okay, what can you tell us more about this person's traits? Thank you. What can you tell us more about the future of this relationship? Thank you. And finally, what last advice do you have for pile 3? And a couple of these came out face up, so I don't know. Maybe I will consider these as the more important ones. The really urgent messages from Spirit. But anyway, let's just go through these in order. So what we're going to look at here is the circumstances of your meeting. We have the 6 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. So 6 might be another significant number for you guys, in addition to 1s and 4s. Because we have Pentacles energy here, I'm remembering earlier on in the reading, we saw that there was like, it could be career involved in how you guys meet each other. But it could be that you're meeting at work. I don't know if that's necessarily the case for all of you, but it could just be that like somebody's career is involved in some way. Like maybe you know this person's coworker or vice versa, or I don't know, you're at some event that is work related and then you both end up there, or you bond because you have similar careers, or it could be something like that. But I do think that work and career is related in some way. The 6 of Wands, it gives me the feeling of someone who is very popular, or who is even like, maybe it is their work. Because this isn't the first time the 6 of Wands has come out for this question in a relationship reading. And it's this situation where like all eyes are on your person. Like they're speaking, or they're performing, or they're leading in some way. So you could be like going to where this person works, and there's like a lot going on around them, and there's a lot of attention around them. That could definitely be a meaning here. Anyway, your careers are related in some way, and someone is being like admired or celebrated, like they're kind of the main event in some way. That's what I see with the 6 of Wands. It's like someone who's being celebrated, their eyes are on them. For an example, like maybe this person is giving a talk at a certain event, or maybe they're performing like in a concert or something, so that people are like watching them, listening to what they have to say. I wish I could think of more things. Okay, this is a weird one. Like maybe you go to your friend's graduation ceremony, and then this person is also graduating. So you like see him walk across the stage and all of the eyes are on him. That could work too. And school is kind of like career related. So it could be something like that too. It could be many different things. Or I don't know, maybe you go to your friend's wedding and this person is giving a toast. So all of the eyes are on them, the attention is on them, you know, something like that. I hope that's enough examples, but for some reason, the attention will be on them, like the spotlight will be on them. That's probably how you see them when they're like standing before many people. It could be work related, like at their work or at your work, or co-workers are involved in introducing you guys. Okay? Whew. So that's what I see for the circumstances of your meeting. Now here we are going to see anything else Spirit wants you to know about this person's traits. Aw, we have the Knight of Cups. And we have the Three of Pentacles. So we also have water sign energy here. So I believe before, did we get a zodiac sign before? Oh my gosh, I don't remember. I think we got Pisces. Yeah, we did get Pisces. We also got the month of June. So they could be a Cancer as well, like a Cancer born in June. But the Knight of Cups would show somebody who is very sentimental, who is, I think this person, they're very emotional and they're learning how to express it, but they're still kind of getting there. Like, for example, the King of Cups would be someone who's like completely mastered their emotions. They know exactly how they feel and they know exactly how to express it and they know exactly how to deal with them. A Page of Cups could be someone who is still kind of immature when it comes to expressing their emotions, or they're still kind of clumsy at it. So when I see the Knight of Cups, it's like someone who has taken it upon themselves to delve into their emotional world and to discover, you know, why I feel certain ways about certain things and what's the best way for me to convey myself. Like, they're putting in the work to get there. They may still not be 100% there, but they're putting in the effort. So I can say that this person is definitely not afraid of expressing how they feel. The Knight of Cups, it can indicate someone like coming towards you with a romantic offer. I just got the image of this person like serenading you, which is kind of weird, but they're coming forward with some gift. Like, I feel like this person might write you a love letter, or they might send you a very long message to let you know how they feel about you. Maybe the serenading is more metaphorical than literal, or maybe that's for a very small number of you. If this person is a musician, they might like write a song for you or something, because the Knight of Cups is a very it can be like a creative person or an artistic person, but basically all of that rambling to say that this is an emotional person and they're not afraid to express those emotions, and they will also be able to help you make sense of your own emotions. This is someone who has a lot of empathy for others, especially for you, because you guys are connected in your heart space, and they'll always be there for you to provide like any emotional support that you need. We saw that this person is patient. Yeah, this person is very patient. So, you know, they'll be able to sit with you and talk things through and, you know, go over whatever emotions are coming up. And I feel like this person is not afraid of the shadows. Also, I'm thinking of like this person might like to serve you, like acts of service, like the knight coming to your aid. I also caught a glimpse of the cooking card when I brought the patient card back. So they might like to do things around the house for you. And just in general, I see this person as a very gentle and sensitive soul. Yeah. The Three of Pentacles means that this person is hardworking. This person is serious about what they do. We had the career card come up before, so I think, did we? I'm like getting confused now because I've done 3 piles and I can't remember like what comes up where. But yeah, we got the career card for this person, so another confirmation here. They're really into whatever they do for work. I think this person really loves their job. They might be quite busy, but they're definitely very successful. They're definitely making some good money. You guys might be able to collaborate together in some way with the Three of Pentacles here. And just, I've been seeing messages pop up throughout the reading about you guys having, like, maybe work is related and how you guys come together. So there could be an opportunity for collaboration. Three of Pentacles, that would also be a sign, for me at least, it's a sign of soul family members. Also that this person is very earnest. I'm not even sure I fully know what that word means, but that's the word that I thought of. Very earnest, very reliable. Like if you ever asked this person to do something, like if you ask them, I don't know, to like pick up something from the store, they will remember and they will do it like at their earliest chance. Like they're on it. They're on it. They're reliable. And I really like that balance between this person, because they're like sensitive and dreamy and flowy, but also when it's time to get down to work, they get down to work. And I don't know, they might do something creative for their job, because maybe they can make use of this sensitive and dreamy, flowy energy and put it into their work. Like get new ideas or new inspirations. And I think this person is very, very well liked in their work, like by their clients or by their coworkers or by their followers or whatever it might be. Very well liked and respected for their work ethic, for their reliability. And this person has manifested a lot of wealth for themselves as a result. Anything else that Spirit wants you to know about the future of this relationship? We have the Ace of Swords. This came out for pile 2 as well, in the same area as well. And Knight of Wands. Ace of Swords and Knight of Wands. You guys will have very good communication in this relationship and very minimal conflict, I feel. And I have this image of, like, you know, sometimes there's things that you need to talk to your partner about, but you're kind of nervous to do it. You know, like if you need to tell them that something's been bothering you, or that you need something from them, or that you messed up in some way. I'm trying to think of different scenarios, but conversations that are kind of uncomfortable or kind of tough to bring up with this person, you're gonna realize that with this person it's incredibly easy, because they're so in love with you, first of all, and they're so accepting of every single part of you. And I have this image of you like approaching them to talk and you're nervous, and then a few minutes later you're like laughing together, you're laughing it off, you're happy, you're bubbly, you're making jokes about it. Things that were once really hard to talk about, or that you were even scared of, or that they seemed super big and serious in your head, you guys can just work through it so easily and so comfortably. And one thing that is going to make your relationship really happy with this Knight of Wands, I feel like you bring out the optimistic side of each other. It was this one that had the big picture. Yeah. You remember, like, at the end of the day, we're together, we have each other, we're happy, it's gonna be okay. And it kind of matches with what Spirit was encouraging you guys to do, like to shift your focus from what you don't have to what you do have. I think this person is gonna help with that a lot, and you will help them with that a lot as well. And your like superpower together is not taking things too seriously, and having a sense of humor, and being able to laugh things off, and being able to cheer each other up. You guys sense each other's emotions like so freaking well that you can give each other a pep talk or give each other a cheering up before you even know that you need it. Because you know, sometimes like stress and sadness and anger or whatever, it has this way of like sneaking up on you, you know? Like maybe you have like 5 bad days in a row, and then you just break down. You're like, fuck this. It's like you can just sense like when the tiniest little thing is off with each other. Like you had a slightly annoying day. Somebody just said something really annoying to you, and it's been bugging you, and you're just acting like a centimeter off of what you're normally acting. Oh, they're gonna notice. Oh, I bet somebody said something annoying to them today. I'm gonna tell them they look beautiful. I'm gonna make them their favorite dinner. I'm gonna cheer them up. And you don't even realize that you're harboring this annoyance yet, or this irritability yet, because it's still like the beginning stages of it accumulating. You know what I mean? They catch it early. Like you guys catch it early. It's like the equivalent of, oh, I sniffled today, I'm gonna drink a bunch of orange juice and get my vitamin C. You're like catching each other's like negative emotion early and lifting each other up. You see? Very perceptive of each other's emotions, and always keeping each other's spirits lifted. And the channels of communication are always open for you guys. Yay! So your guidance from Spirit here is the 3 of Wands, which means this also appeared in another pile. which means that Spirit's guidance for you is to step out of your comfort zone. So this could be advice for you like later down the road if you haven't met this person yet. Don't be like totally in the passive role where you're like, I'm not gonna make a move, I'm not gonna say anything, I'm just gonna wait for them to come to me. I think it's not like you have to do all the work, but at least you gotta put it out there that you're into them or that you're interested in them. Don't be subtle about that. I don't think that if you drop a hint, they're gonna pick it up. Because, well, they probably will pick it up, but I feel like they're going to need more than that to know that it's like okay for them to take an action. You see, I think Spirit wants you to be assertive when it comes to pursuing this connection, to not be shy and to not like wait for them to come forward and do the work, but work off each other. Keep letting each other know, I want this to move forward. Some of you might be the one to approach this person and make the first move, especially if when you're meeting them, they're like at the center of attention and they have eyes on them. You might have to go up and be like, oh, that was an amazing whatever you just did, me, you know? So keep that in mind for sure. Yeah, but I think Spirit's trying to tell you guys, like, this person is not just gonna like show up at your doorstep without you doing anything or saying anything. And you might do some things that make you feel a little bit nervous. Obviously, the communication is going to become way better and picking up on each other's cues is going to become way better when you've been together for some time. But yeah, don't be afraid. You might have to step a little bit out of your comfort zone to really get the ball rolling with this relationship. Okay, so those are all the messages I have for you. I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a-cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Hi number 4s, so if you guys chose the Smoky Quartz, this is going to be your reading all about your next relationship. So we are going to start off this reading by getting as many traits and details as possible about your person. So I'm going to bring out my giant bowls and let's see what we can find out about your future partner. What traits does this person have? Anything we can find out about them? Okay, so to start off, we have generous. So we're starting off with a very nice personality trait. We have piercing. So your future partner could have one or multiple piercings. We have dog, so this is the year of the dog in the Chinese zodiac. Below you can see the birth years that would make somebody a dog person. But another meaning of this could be that your person has a dog or loves dogs, or if there's any other significance for you guys, maybe it's a spirit animal of some sort, you can take this as a confirmation. We have long hair, so whatever is considered long to you or whatever is considered long for the gender of this person. Ooh, we also have tattoo, so we have tattoos and piercings coming out for this person. We have good communicator as another personality trait. We have the number 19, so this person could be born on the 19th of a month. They could also be 19 years old because I know that there are some younger people watching as well, but of course that won't be for everyone. We have bookworm, December. So here, this could be a date, December 19th. It could be this person's birthday, or it could be like a significant date, perhaps of your meeting or your anniversary or something like that. We have guardian angel. So, oh, and the camera just went to 222 exactly as I opened up this one. So what I was thinking of when I wrote this one is that there is a guardian angel watching over both of you right now who is going to help bring the two of you together. And if you need any help ever, if you're feeling doubts, if you're feeling confused, if you just need some reassurance, you can reach out to this guardian angel. We also have party. A couple things came to my mind with this one. It could be that you are meeting this person at a party, or it could just be that this person is very fun-loving or very fun to be around. Like you feel very hyped up and excited and playful when you're with them. It's like they're a party, you know? We have the number 21 as well. So December 21 could be a date, or they are born on the 21st of the month. They could also be 21 years of age. And we have secure. So this person feels very secure with themselves, and in the relationship, they will provide to you a sense of security. So you'll feel very safe with them. You'll trust them. You'll know that they're loyal to you. They'll do whatever they can to provide for you emotionally. This could also be a sign of financial security with this person. We also have the number 13. We have a lot of numbers coming up. Again, I'm a broken record, but December 13th could be a date. Oh my gosh, so many numbers. We have the number 18 as well. We also have INFJ, so I decided to include the 16 personalities in these papers because I know that there are quite a few people who are into this. So if you guys have somebody in mind and they are this personality type, that could be a confirmation for you. If you guys are not familiar with these personality types, of course, if you want to, after this reading, you could look up this type and see if it matches with the personality of whoever you have in mind, or if it resonates with somebody you would like to be with. We have athlete. This could be a pastime of the person, like they enjoy sports, they enjoy working out. It could also be their career, or like they're aspiring to be a professional athlete. And we have snake, year of the snake. So these are the years that could relate to your person. Or these are the years that would make somebody a snake person. And then same thing like we said with the dog, if there's some other significance of a snake for you, like a sign that you see or a spirit animal, maybe this person has like a tattoo of a snake or something, not just the year of the snake, but there could be other significance for you there as well. We have signs and synchronicities. So this guardian angel who is helping to bring the two of you together clearly is going to be sending you a lot of signs and synchronicities about this person. If you have a specific person in mind and you've been seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities related to them, then this angel is confirming to you like this is not random, it's not a coincidence, it's not just in your head. These are real signs that I am sending to you to bring this person to your attention, and so that you know that a union is coming with them. Another one of the 16 personalities, we have ISTJ. So obviously these are different, but one thing that is consistent with them is that they both have introvert energy to them, which is interesting because I feel like with the party energy, at least when you're with this person, they could be super like boisterous and fun and playful. So maybe this is the type of person who is kind of quiet when you're first getting to know them. Maybe they even seem a little bit shy, but then once they feel comfortable around you, they just really open up and blossom like a flower. And we have confident. Ooh, so maybe they're not shy. Maybe they're just selective, selective about who they open up to. And finally, we have collaboration. So I wrote this one with the intention of like, there's a possibility for you guys to collaborate on something. Maybe you will make something together, or you will work together. Of course, it depends if your careers mesh, but you do have the potential with this collaboration paper here to create something together with this person. So these are all the traits and details that we have uncovered. Feel free to claim some of them, feel free to claim all of them. Well, I'm sure nobody is going to be claiming all of them, but I do want to clarify here that if you guys have someone in mind, it's okay if some little details don't match. It doesn't mean that it's not that person. So like, I don't know, if they're not born in one of these years, or if they don't have piercings or something, it's totally fine. You can just ignore those messages. They might be confirmations for somebody else. This part of the reading is really meant for confirmation and also for fun, and not to be like, if your person doesn't match this, then it's not them. That's not my intention with these, but hopefully that was fun for you guys too. I know I like very rarely do this kind of thing, and hopefully you got confirmation from at least some of these here. So for the next part of this reading, we are going to be taking a look at some oracle cards, and then at the end I will bring out the tarot deck, we'll shuffle a little bit and get some messages from spirit for you. So let's start here with your oracle cards. And the first thing that I want to look at is where each of you are currently at in the manifestation of each other. Meaning, what's your current energy like? What's your progress like? Is this manifestation being helped or blocked, or just what's going on there? So starting with your energy, we have it's time to take action with the new moon in Aries. This could be a significant zodiac sign. Wow, so you're being encouraged to take action right now. If this person is already in your life, this would be spirit telling you that it is safe to make a move towards this person, or to start taking the necessary action so that you would feel safe to come forward to them. If you have not met this person yet, they're not in your life, there's something in your life that has been out of alignment for some time, like something that you know you should change, something that you know you should walk away from. It could have to do with your career, with your friendships, with your living situation. It's like something is out of alignment that needs to change or that needs to be removed, but you might be holding on to it out of fear. And spirit is kind of giving you a nudge, like, come on, you know you need to close off this chapter. And spirit is telling you this for one, because obviously spirit wants you to start your happy new chapter, but for this to be coming up in a relationship reading, it seems that it's necessary for you to have some sort of goodbye or end some cycle or change something in your life so that this relationship can come in. So maybe some of you guys need to walk away from a job or walk away from some other toxic relationship or relationships. Some of you need to start pursuing what you really want to pursue, and that's how you're going to meet this person. Make some change to your life like that. It's almost like spirit is saying, if you want something different to happen in your life, it starts by doing something different. You know, put a little fire under the universe's butt so that the universe gets to work to manifest the things that you really want. And then for their energy, we have be bold and make the first move. Maybe a lot of you guys already know each other, or you already know of each other, or you're already in each other's lives in some way, because it seems like spirit is kind of saying to both of you, like, what are you waiting for? Go for it. Go make it happen. You have really, really similar messages on both sides. So if you guys already know each other, then spirit is kind of poking at this person to come towards you as well. I think it doesn't really matter who makes the first move, but it's like somebody has to. So maybe both of you guys right now are kind of sitting around and waiting for the other person to come forward, or if you don't know each other yet, sitting around and waiting for the other person to come into your life. And spirit's kind of giving the same message to both of you. Like, if you want something different, or if you want something to happen in your life, you need to do something differently. You need to make the first move. You change something in your life first, and the universe will respond and bring more change. So maybe both of you guys are feeling kind of stuck right now, feeling in a rut, and are maybe taking more of a passive role, and Spirit wants you guys to take more of an active role. And I really feel like this can happen. It's almost like the timing is up to you. Like it's out there for you. It's ready whenever you want it, but it's your move. Like the universe is saying, your move. As for some time frames that I can see here though, 2 months could be significant, like a time frame of 2 months from whenever you happen to be watching this video. The new moon in Aries has already passed this year, but there will be a full moon in Aries in, I believe it's in October. If I'm wrong, I'll write like a correction here. So if October is coming up when you happen to stumble across this video, that could be significant as well. If October has already passed, then I think the next new moon in Aries would be in April 2022. Again, I will double check that, but whatever is closest to when you happen to be watching this video, and again, 2 months from whenever you're watching could be significant for you guys. Also, any card in this deck with this kind of tree, it makes me think of wintertime because they're like evergreen trees, and I guess it kind of reminds me of Christmas trees. So maybe like if the Christmas or end of year holidays are coming up when you happen to be watching this, that could be significant too. Or the winter season, whenever the winter season is in your country. Yes, so that's what I see for your energy. Spirit is like, come on, let's pick up the pace. Let's get this moving whenever you're ready. So either you need to make a move towards this person, or you need to change something or remove something from your life that is keeping you as your old self, that is keeping you in your old life and your old chapter. Aries is the first sign. It's the beginning. It's time for new life. It's time for a new cycle. So the next oracle cards that we have are going to be messages from Spirit to you about this relationship. And we have a light attribute card and a shadow attribute card. So your light message is security, and your shadow message is captivity. So oh, and there's the number 22 here, just in case that is significant for you guys. Maybe you've been seeing this number a lot with regards to this person. This card kind of talks about how everything is going according to plan. The phrase on the bottom says, I know that nothing could happen that I didn't choose beforehand. And I guess the way I interpret this is that whatever you're going through, it's something that your soul has designated for your journey. And it's like a reminder that you are safe and that nothing has gone wrong, that everything is happening the way it is supposed to. That might be a message that you guys need to hear, especially if you're the type to get in your head about like, what if I'm doing something wrong? And I guess I should clarify that Spirit, yes, maybe Spirit is telling you to pick up the pace and go for it, but it doesn't come from a place of rushing you or of saying like, you're gonna miss your chance. If you don't go for it, this is gonna pass you by. I think it's more like Spirit saying, now is as good a time as any, and you deserve to be happy right now, and I want you to be happy as soon as possible. Like there's no need to further delay your happiness. Like now is the time. And with this captivity energy, this says that captivity gives rise to deep introspection. So it really, the energy of this whole part, it feels like you guys are coming out of a stuck energy, or you're coming out of a stagnant energy with regards to this relationship. And I really feel like many of you, of course it won't be all, but I really feel like many of you already know this person and things haven't really been progressing with them. And Spirit really wants to get rid of this like old, stale, stagnant energy that has been hovering over this connection. Like Spirit wants the ball to get rolling. So yeah, you guys are coming out of a stuck or stagnant period. But Spirit does want you to know that this period of stagnant energy, or this waiting period, this period of inaction, it's not for nothing. if things were taking a long time or if things were stuck, there's a reason for it. Whether it was in your control, like you were afraid to take action, or whether it was out of your control, like things just weren't moving, there's always a reason for that, and there's always an opportunity to reflect. There's an opportunity to look within, to address our fears, to heal what needs to be healed. So Spirit never wants you to look at the times of being slow or still as a time wasted, because there's always some opportunity to learn within it. There's always some hidden blessing within it. There's always something we can look in and discover and address and release. Now, for some of you, Spirit might be challenging you. If you feel captive, if you feel stuck in your situation, Spirit is asking some of you, are you really stuck? Like, is there really an outside force that is holding you back right now, or is it fear? Is it just that you're afraid to come forward and take this action? And that's not a rhetorical question. So it really is like just something that Spirit wants you to ponder on and find the answer yourself. But either way, there's a reason for it. So if it is an outside force, there's a reason for that. If you're scared to take action, there's a reason for that too. And maybe you want to look within and figure out what that is. But anyway, the captivity or the feeling stuck, there's a purpose for it. There's a blessing in it. That's basically what Spirit wants to say. Sorry, I feel like that got very rambly, but always remember that you're safe. Whatever is happening is supposed to be happening. And this relationship will not pass you by. This opportunity will not pass you by. This is not to rush you. This is to tell you that you are ready. And Spirit is saying, like, I'm ready when you are. So next, for our next oracle cards, we are going to see what the two of you are meant to experience together in this relationship. We have clarity and we have compassion. And this is, out of the 4 piles, 3 of them have had like 2 oracle cards from the same deck that start with the same letter. So this could be a significant initial. The letter C could be important. It could be this person's like first, middle, or last name. It could also be, oh, we have another C here with captivity. It could also be like the first letter of the country or the city that they are from or that they're currently living in. It could be significant in that way too. But with this clarity here, I feel like this is one of those connections where there's so many unknowns and there's so much uncertainty, and it's one of those situations where it's after you come together and after you've reached your goal, so to speak, that you can then look back and see why everything happened the way that it did, why everything needed to happen the way that it did. Spirit seemed to be hinting earlier in the reading that you need to remember that everything is going perfectly. Everything is unfolding as it should. And there's like a blessing in every stage of this journey. Spirit wanted you to remember that. So I think that when you finally get together with this person, you'll be able to look back and have that clarity. And hopefully that lesson could be carried over to other goals that you're pursuing in other areas of your life. That, you know, it's okay to keep moving forward even when I don't know. I trust that my intuition is going to guide me to the right place. I trust that Spirit is working in my favor. And when I finish this journey, I can look back and understand everything. I'll be able to get the full picture. This clarity could also be like, the word transparency is coming to my mind. So, you know, seeing somebody for all that they are. Like, I'm thinking of this as like a transparent glass ball that you can see right through, and at the same time it seems to have some kind of reflective qualities. So there could be some pretty intense mirroring going on with this person. Maybe you can see right through them because it's like looking in a mirror. So if you know yourself like the back of your hand, you know this person like the back of your hand. Maybe you guys are quite similar on the inside. And it's interesting that we have compassion here, because if this is like a mirroring soul, if you want to truly love and have compassion for this person and all that they are, you need to first have love and compassion for yourself and all that you are. I feel like you guys might trigger each other in some ways because their weaknesses and their insecurities and their flaws are also yours, and vice versa. So like when you see them in each other, it triggers you or it sets you off, and you have to face that. I'm looking at myself right now. The way this person is acting out that I don't like, that's within me. That's what I do as well. You know, it can be triggering to have somebody hold up a mirror like that to you, and I kind of see that dynamic going on here. And it's that kind of thing, like you guys are, it might be hard to admit how similar you are sometimes. Also, I'm thinking with this, there's a planet Earth here. This could be highlighting that you guys are from different countries, different backgrounds, could even be a long distance relationship, but that will just be for some of you. I'm also seeing like these birds flying here. So maybe you guys are like, you know, it looks like they're flying across this orb. So it's kind of like you're flying to each other. I don't know, maybe that's a reach, but yeah, maybe some of you are in a long distance relationship, or you come from like very far away lands from each other. That could make sense, like, because maybe you guys have some like cultural differences or some different values, and so you have to like have compassion for each other in that sense. Yeah, anyway, so let's look now at your Romance Angels Oracle cards. And what I want to see here is what the dynamic is like between the two of you before you get together and after you get together. So before you get together, we have keep an open mind. That's interesting. It kind of like goes off my last thought of, you know, needing to be accepting and open-minded of each other for the ways in which you are different, and also for the ways in which you are painfully similar. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Interesting. So it is your soulmate. Every single pile had like a soulmate message. I love this for us. I love that we're all bringing in our divine counterparts. And for after you guys get together, there is separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And that matches with freaking long distance. So maybe there's like a good amount of you guys who will be in a long distance relationship with this person, or maybe it starts off not that way, because this is the message after you get together. So it could start that you guys are in the same place, and then like one of you has to move away somewhere. Just for an example, and it's interesting because we got many like young ages when we were doing this part. I'm pretty sure, like I remember seeing 19, I remember seeing 21, there's 18. So maybe a lot of you guys who chose this pile are kind of the younger crowd, because the example that I just thought of is maybe somebody is like an international student, and so you guys are together for a year or for like several years, but then when the person graduates or they finish their year abroad or whatever it is, they have to go back to their home country. Or like maybe somebody's visa expires, or somebody gets a job somewhere else. So there could be some separation after you guys get together. This could also be like a breakup for some of you guys. Like maybe you get together and then break up and come back together again. Or maybe that has already happened. Like maybe you guys have already been together with this person. That's definitely not going to be for everybody. But it could be a confirmation if you were wanting to get back with someone you're in separation with right now. And then the other thing, it could just be like somebody is very busy. So you're not actually like physically in different places, but maybe one person is like super, super busy with work or with school or with their family or other responsibilities that they have. So there could be a period after you guys get together where you're not really able to see each other that much. And with this card as well, because the person is like lying in bed, I think of someone who's like bedridden in some way. It could be a symbol of somebody struggling with their health, whether that be physical or mental or emotional, and that could cause like a separation or a distance between the two of you. So And maybe for some of you guys, this is already happening, and that's what this like, you know, stuck energy and captivity and all of this is talking about. But if you're not with this person yet, it's just something to be aware of. Could be like long distance or some international situation for many people. But yes, this is what I see from the oracle cards. So I'm going to clear these away now too. And we will get into the last part of the reading, which is our tarot cards. I just need to drink some water. Okay. And all right, so let's see. Spirit, what can you tell us about pile 4's circumstances of meeting with their future partner? Thank you. What can you tell us about more traits of this person? Thank you. What can you tell us about the future of this relationship? Thank you. And finally, what is your last advice or guidance for pile 4? Thank you. All right, so we will just go through these in order. So the first thing that we pulled for is your circumstances of meeting with this person. We have the 3 of Cups. This is the second time this has come out. And we have the Ace of Wands. Okay. Every pile had like, or most of them, 3 of them had a 3 in this section, and all of them I think had like other people involved in the situation. So I feel like across all the piles, the story of meeting is quite similar, but what I see here is that you will be in the same community somehow. Like maybe you'll be in the same school, or in the same job, or it could even be like you're in the same online community. It could even be a little bit more broad like that. Like maybe you are a fan of the same show or the same artist, or you have similar interests, so you're in some online community and you start talking in the comments, or somebody like DMs the other person. There's something about you guys being in the same group or in the same community. And then with this Ace of Wands, I just see somebody like being very direct and going for it and just coming forward and messaging the person. When the 3 of Cups appeared in the other pile, it seemed more like there was a third party involved, like there was some introduction. I don't necessarily feel that that needs to be the case for you guys, although it definitely could be. It feels more like you happen to end up in the same group because of something that is common between the 2 of you. You know, like if you had the same major and you ended up in the same class or the same study group, or I keep getting like online community as well. Like you're fans of the same things, or you're looking up the same things, and you find each other in the community and you start talking. I feel like it's going to be something like this for how you guys meet each other. And yeah, someone's just gonna like directly and straightforward approach the other person. For some reason, I'm getting the feeling for a lot of you that it's like the other person is going to come up and straightforward approach you. We saw earlier in the reading that they are confident, and their reason for doing so is that they are attracted to you in some way. So if this is in person, they will likely be admiring your physical appearance. If it's online, maybe they really like your picture, like they think you're very attractive, and so they slide in and come and message you and come talk to you. But the Ace of Wands makes me think of, you know, like a passion, a spark, chemistry, and very often physical attraction. So, and honestly, the 3 of Cups is a kind of lighthearted energy too. So if I'm being frank, this person might be initially approaching you for superficial reasons, like they just think you're hot, or they think you're attractive, or they're trying to pursue you physically or something. At least that's what their initial intention is going to be. Of course, this is your future partner, so obviously as they get to know you, that's going to deepen into something more. But it seems like their original motives for, you know, coming and talking to you, it is more like a superficial thing. They found you super attractive and they wanted to, you know, get in on that or whatever. So, okay, let's move on to the next cards. These are going to show us any other traits that Spirit wants you to know about this person. Ooh, and we have the moon. So this is Pisces energy. So so far we had Aries energy, we also had Pisces energy, and we have the Lovers. So this is Gemini. So these could be like the sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs of this person. It definitely doesn't have to be all of them. And again, if you have someone in mind and they don't match these signs, that's totally fine. This is just to give confirmation, not to say if you don't match, then it's not them. Okay, so first of all, with the Lovers, you guys have a telepathic connection. This is like the first thing I'm thinking of. The Lovers kind of always gives me that vibe, but especially when it comes to the Lovers in this deck, because it's like their foreheads are pressed together, and it makes me think that they're like connected in their brains or something like that. So before you meet this person or before you get together with this person, it might start to intensify where you can actually experience, or I was gonna say hear this person's thoughts. And my camera timer just went to 33. You might see that number when this person's energy is around, but yeah, you guys are picking up on each other's thoughts without even knowing it. Sometimes you might even mistake them for your own. This is somebody that you can also visit in the astral realm and have meaningful interactions with them. So it's not like you're just randomly seeing them in your dream and doing things that don't make sense. If this person appears in your dream, pay attention to how they're acting, pay attention to what they're saying to you, because Spirit is saying it's not nonsense. You know, it might sound weird what they say, and it might take a little bit of decoding after you wake up, but there will be some message of truth in there, because when you see them in the astral realm, you're seeing them like the real them. And I was getting that from the Lovers, but now that I think about it, the moon is here too. So there's some psychic, some telepathic connection going on here. I am seeing, and I feel like a lot of you guys will probably relate to this. So if this sounds like you can claim this message too. We did see before that you guys are mirroring each other. I mean, this is like totally a mirrored image. This person has that blessing and curse of having a very active mind. So on one hand, this person has a very quick wit, they're very imaginative, they likely have a good memory, they can process information quickly, they can come up with ideas and solutions, they can analyze things really well, basically like a very active and strong mind. But then that also means it's hard for them to shut their mind off. It could be hard for this person to relax. This person could get caught in that trap of like overthinking on things that don't matter. This might be somebody who struggles with anxiety, because it's like their mind just won't leave them alone. Their mind just won't shut off. And if there's something to worry or stress or nitpick about, their brain will go there even if they don't want it to. And this person could also struggle with like worrying about scenarios that are never going to happen. You know, when you think about like having an argument with someone and you play it out in your head and it's never even going to happen, or like what you would do if some tragedy happened, and maybe they get themselves all worked up about it because their imagination is so vivid, they can feel it almost as if it's real. So they might struggle with that kind of anxiety or intrusive thoughts. So there's kind of like a light side and a dark side to having this super active mind. I see that, like, I think dichotomy is the word here. But yeah, this person is incredibly intelligent, incredibly intuitive. And their mind really is a huge gift. I think they'll just need to learn how to control it more or use it more in positive ways, like reprogram their mind to have more positive and productive inclination. So now let's take a look at anything else Spirit wants you to know about the future of this relationship. Ooh, we have the Four of Wands, which is amazing. And the Universe. Woo! So this is the World in traditional tarot. So again, there's like signs of you guys being international or being long distance. The World can represent like a foreigner, so just like somebody who's from a different land than you. It could also be an indication that you guys will travel together a lot in the future. You might relocate somewhere and live with this person. You guys will be incredibly successful if you have the World showing up for your future. You will be like a power couple. You will be couple goals. I see that with both of them because these are both like success, happiness, fulfillment. There is potential for you guys to get married. Maybe like everyone's going to be in different stages of life watching this. Maybe some people don't want to get married yet or don't want to get married ever. But what I see with the Four of Wands is that there is potential for this person to be your life partner or your forever person, if that is something that you want. I see with this card that you guys make each other so happy. Some of you guys will be moving in together as well. Like, I know that in the beginning of the reading we saw there's like a stagnant energy. Maybe some of you guys are in separation, but I feel like once you get together for good, you could move in together quite quickly. I see that you'll have very healthy friendships. Your friends will like each other. You guys will be, like, you'll play active roles in your community. You'll be very involved in your community. People, I just heard like people around town. That sounds so lame. People in your city. People in your city will know who you are. Because with the World, there's some element of like popularity or even a little bit of fame going on. I don't know what you guys will do for a career, but whatever field or whatever niche you're in, it seems that you guys are well known, or you guys just might like network a lot for your work. And so you kind of go out, when you go out in public, you bump into someone who knows who you are and it's like striking up a conversation and everybody knows you guys as the amazing power couple. This is the kind of future that I see for you guys. So in spite of whatever, you know, dark situation you guys may have gone through in the past or maybe even going through now, I see only brightness and only happiness in your future. I will also say you guys will probably get your dream home. If you guys have like in your mind the type of dream home you'd like to live in, or maybe like there's a city you really want to live in, you might even have, because you guys will be quite successful, you might even have like homes in 2 different cities or 2 different countries or something like that. Wow. And the last message for you guys, which is kind of out of nowhere, you will enjoy the creative arts together. Whatever that means, whether you're observing them or making them, whatever it might be. That's just, I had to tell you guys that. So let's look at your final card now. This is going to be your message from Spirit. And we have the 5 of Swords. Spirit is acknowledging that you're going through a tough time right now, whatever the situation is, whether you're waiting for this person to come in, whether you're waiting for this person to come back, whether you are, you know, currently struggling with those things that are out of alignment in your life. Spirit is acknowledging that it's tough right now, but you will get through this. And again, in the end, you'll have your clarity of why everything happened the way it did. Another message that I sometimes see with the 5 of Swords is like opposition in your relationship. I know that in the future you guys will be super loved in your friend groups, in your community. But I've also seen within this reading that, you know, there's some cycles ending. You're leaving some things behind to get together. You might be relocating. And so in the early stages of your relationship, there might be some opposition. Like people in your life sort of giving their opinions about your choices and stuff like that. Just for an example, maybe ending up with this person would require you to like leave your job and move somewhere else. And so your family is they have all kinds of things to say about that, or your friends have all kinds of things to say about that. It seems with the Five of Swords that you might face a little bit of opposition when it comes to bringing this relationship to fruition. And so Spirit is encouraging you to stay true to yourself, stay true to your path. You know what's in your heart. You know what's going to make you happiest. And if you're even having an internal conflict within yourself, like if this is all going to be worth it in the end, Spirit wants you to know that it is. And the more sure you can be of that within yourself, I think the less these opinions will affect you. These swords that are like pointed towards the person, swords are they're just thoughts or words or ideas. They're not real. They're mental. Well, mental is real, but you know what I mean? It's not tangible. But they are little sneaky words that can get in your head. But Spirit wants you to be strong. Be strong. Stay connected to your truth. Stay connected to your higher self. You know the way to go. Okay, so that's all the messages I have for you guys. I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself. Stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a-cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.